Good evening and welcome to the Cannabis Business Awards presented by Cloverleaf University and Chloe Villano.
There's so many people in this industry that do so many historic things, and so I wanted to really honor those people for all of the wonderful things they've done.
This is like the first time that people have been recognized for what they've done in this industry, and I think it's about time.
This has become a cannabis tradition. This is where the industry comes together, and this is our Grammys.
Amazing things like legalized marijuana.
I think that we need to give credit where credit's due. If it wasn't for this miracle plant, none of us would be here today.
And this is where anybody out there who knows somebody who's benefited from cannabis, it's impossible to look the other way.
All right, what's up, everybody? How you all doing out there? Happy 420.
Happy 420.
I am Bobby Black, Executive Director of the World of Cannabis Museum, and my lovely co-host and sponsor of this amazing awards presentation is Chloe Villano. Hey, Chloe.
Great to see you. Happy 420.
So tell everyone a little about the Cannabis Business Awards and what it's all about.
So the Cannabis Business Awards, this is our 9th year. And, you know, we started because I saw so many people who were really pioneering this movement and doing so many amazing things. And there was nowhere that would really honor or recognize them for really changing history, saving patient lives, creating so many different economic and environmental and medical solutions. And so we started the Cannabis Business Awards 9 years ago to honor the people who have really put their lives on the line and their businesses on the line to pave a way for this industry to be really what it's become now. So it's wonderful to be able to do a top 100 list for culture, as we've stuck by the business a lot for many years, and see some of these icons on our list.
Absolutely. And Chloe, I've been doing the Cannabis Business Awards with you for years now as your red carpet host. It's always been a pleasure to work with you and meet all the amazing people that win the awards. The World of Cannabis Museum, we'll hear a little more about that in a minute from my partner, Jair, who's about to come in. But we just wanted to work with you on this because we wanted to do something special for this 420 to mark the occasion. And we wanted to honor, like you said, the top cannabis influencers of all time, you know, and really just pay tribute to all the different realms: entertainment, activism, journalism, strains and breeding, and just everything. Really wanted to bring it all under one umbrella and give everyone props. So we're really excited about having this with you. So thank you for helping us put this together. Cannabis Business Awards is my favorite award show for sure. So without further ado, I think I'd like to bring in Jair, if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
Let's bring in our partner in crime here, Mr. Jair Velleman. Hey, Jair. Can you hear? Put your mic on. Is your mic on? Hello?
Okay, hold on.
There he is. Hi, Jair.
Hi.
Is your mic on?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Okay, hold on. What's up, Jair?
How are you? Greetings from California over in Holland.
Yeah, it's.
What's up, Jair?
It's.
How are you? Greetings from California over in Holland. Oh, we're getting kind of a delay.
Crazy. It's.
How are you? Greetings from California over in Holland.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
crazy.
we're getting kind of a delay.
Is it me?
I don't know. Chloe, can we switch to gallery view for the feed?
I don't know. I put my volume down, but turn it off.
Let me see here.
We're getting such a delay. It's crazy.
What are you using, a phone, Jair, or are you using a computer?
Computer.
I mean, we're calling all the way to Holland. There might be it's amazing that you're here with us. I think we just deal with the delay.
Yeah.
About a 30-second delay.
Oh, all right. Well, Jair, tell us a little about the World of Cannabis Museum, what it is and what it's all about and where you got the idea.
Well, the World of Cannabis is kind of a project that we're doing that is has to do with the history of cannabis, pretty much. There's a lot of amazing things that aren't written down, that aren't collected, that aren't. There just so many things that we need to make sure that are safeguarded, and we need to make sure that people know the history. And there's not really a place and a base where we can actually put everything together, and that's kind of where the World of Cannabis concept got born, and it's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, well, it's amazing, and thank you for coming up with the inspiration behind this this event. And we're super stoked to have you with us. I think Mila was supposed to be joining us too. I don't see her in yet, but
Happy 420.
happy 420. This is 420 Central Time is coming up here, so. We're going to bring in a couple more people.
South Africa, because it's very late there.
We're going to bring in a couple more people. All right, we're bringing in Tony Budden from South Africa. Hey,
Hi.
Tony.
Let me unmute him. Okay.
How you doing, Tony? Welcome.
Hey, Tony. Thank you, Bobby. Hey, Chloe. How you guys? Happy 420.
Happy 20.
Happy 420. Thanks for joining us from so far away.
Yeah, well, it's been 420 420 for already about, what's it now, 6 hours. We had a session online with Time for Hemp, but they were moving through. They started in New Zealand this morning, morning my time. By the time they got to me, it was quite a show. So, yeah, we've had quite a few 420s over the day with a number of people around the world. So, still going on.
Nice. Awesome. It's amazing. We celebrate this all over the world.
Truly global, and now with the time that we really need to connect more than ever, just a lot of people feeling isolated, but this technology is amazing that we can reach out across the oceans, any direction we want to go, and log in with people that we care about. So good to see you, Chloe.
Good to see you too. And I just wanted to congratulate on you on making the 420 Icons list.
Thank you so much. It's an honor.
Yes. Yeah. And, I know that you built the first hemp house in the world. So how is that hemp house doing?
Well, I would say I think it's the first in Africa, because there was one in Japan in about 300 years ago. But I'm sitting in it now. My feet are on the hemp carpet. I'm surrounded by hemp. I'm wearing hemp. I woke up this morning under hemp bed linen. I opened my hemp curtains. I've had hemp smoothies. It's just past harvest time here, so I've been very busy trimming like crazy. Our gardens, it's April now, so it's 420 is really our harvest time in the Southern Hemisphere, which is great. And the plant is just keeping a lot of us sane and motivated for creating a green economy coming out of this crazy Corona world.
Yes. Well, thank you for coming on and sharing with us today and visiting us from South Africa.
It's a pleasure, and you guys have a blessed 420. And I think we are always inspired to see what's happening that side. We're learning the lessons with you. Some of the mistakes that the industry is making that side, we can really learn from. Some of the successes we can build on in Africa as we come online. A lot of countries changing the laws over this year and in the coming years. So watch this space, and we look forward to hosting you all here as soon as everyone can move around the planet freely again.
Yeah, I've never been. I'd love to check it out. Thanks for joining us, man.
Please.
Appreciated it.
Yeah, you're welcome. I've got
Thank
a
you
spare
for the
room
great
in
work you're
the
doing.
house.
Thank you for the great
Thank
work
you.
you're doing.
Thank you so much, Bobby.
All right, you can hang around. Feel free if you like, but we're going to be bringing in another guest now. We have my good friend Rick Cusick, former associate publisher of High Times, should be joining the group. Rick, are you there? Can you hear us?
Rick, there he is.
Rick, is your audio on? We can't hear you. Is your audio on? All right. I'm going to also bring in Mr. Keith Stroup. He is the founder of Normal. And Keith, are you there? Are you with us?
I am.
Shit, that was my fault.
Are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. It's nice to see you.
We have Rick here, but he looks like he's. I'm going to unmute you. Rick, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Can you
All
hear me?
right, we got Rick and Keith.
This is a
How are you
miracle.
guys?
This is really a miracle, I guarantee you.
Rick's always been technologically challenged. As long as
Because I had guys like you doing it for me.
yeah,
Now all of a sudden you cut me loose and I'm out in the world and I have no idea how to turn anything on.
it's okay. We had our share of problems getting this going ourselves, but that's okay. It's a learning process, and we're all having fun here on 420. So, Rick, Keith, welcome. You guys are old friends. You go back a long way. You both have done so much for the cannabis.
I've never met him before in my life, and anybody who says otherwise, I'll deny it in court.
Speaking of court, you guys went to court together.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that. I've learned.
I tried to cut a deal and ran him out.
Throw him under the bus. Yeah.
Well, I figured, there's no advantage in having both of us get convicted. So
That's right. I said, take the old guy.
So, Rick and Keith, I don't know if you know Jair, who's the founder and curator of the World of Cannabis Museum. He's coming to us from Holland, and there's a little bit of a delay, but he's there. And Tony Budden is there. He's coming to us from South Africa, and he's an innovative hemp builder, which is really, really cool.
Boy, you got some different time zones going on here.
Yeah, we've got a lot of time zones. We're celebrating 420 all over the globe here.
We can't even get that together for a normal meeting for like 5 people in the United States. I'm amazed.
So, what's been going on with you guys? How's your 420 going?
Keith,
I had a number of similar things. In other words, there were Texas normal, Nevada normal, Chicago normal, time for hemp. All of these people were doing some sort of virtual 420 event. So since last night, I've spent most of the time going from one of these to the other. But the good side is I need to smoke every time.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea.
We know there's a lot of events out there. We appreciate you giving us some of your time. I had the pleasure recently of interviewing both of you gentlemen for my new podcast, Canthropology, which I'm doing as part of the Museum Project. Neither episode has aired yet, but I was going to get yours up today, Rick, but I got too busy. So this week, it's coming out, and yours in a few weeks, Keith. But everybody, check out Canthropology podcast on all the streaming podcast services, and it's a real. We're real proud of the new cannabis history projects, educational projects we're launching. Jair's been a great benefactor, and he's a man of vision, and appreciate the synergy that we're all able to create.
We appreciate Jair. Thank you very much, brother.
And I'm hitting some.
I can do this, right?
I can do this
briefly. Okay, good. Okay.
Congratulations to both of you on becoming 420 icons on our top 100 list.
Thank you. I think if you live long enough, you make the list.
Well, I was certainly honored. I couldn't believe it several times from the organization.
Thank you.
Yeah, really, really a privilege to be here.
We should mention also, Chloe, that Rick won the Cannabis Business Awards Lifetime Achievement Award last year in New York, which was really a fun thing. We did it on the boat in the Hudson River, right by the Statue of Liberty. It was pretty fantastic.
It was a great night. I had a great time that night, and we wound up back in a place that shall not be mentioned, but was a lot of fun. At the end of
I believe it was a Smoke Easy.
It was that's what I was going to say. It was a
Smoke Easy.
A great old-fashioned Smoke Easy. Tom Prasad's Smoke Easy. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna see if Adam here is ready, because if he is, that means we'll have Mr. John Sinclair joining us.
Oh, nice.
He's showing up.
Let's see if he's here. Let's see if he shows up, Rick.
I'm saying he's gonna buy. I introduced him one time on
No, so far no show. Tell the story real quick, Rick.
We had a Cannabis Cup in Michigan about 10 years ago or something like that, and we were giving John Sinclair a Lifetime Achievement Award. Keith got the very first Lester Grinspoon Lifetime Achievement Award, and it was John's turn. So I get up to give him the award, and I'm talking to people, and I'm telling them what he did and how fantastic he was, and great cannabis activist. And so, ladies and gentlemen, like 4,000 people in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for John Sinclair. Nothing. Nothing. John Sinclair. Nothing. All of a sudden I hear Malcolm's voice go, John Sinclair is not in the building right now. Bring him back down again. Yeah. So maybe he'll show up this time. We'll see, but I won't.
All right. I'm gonna put this back in the waiting room until he appears, and I'm going to bring in another gentleman who's been patiently waiting. If I'm not mistaken, this should be Mr. Pat Ryan. Pat, can you hear me? Hello, Pat.
You know, I was impressed with this part until we got to here.
Pat, can you hear me? Hello, Pat.
Oh, wait, let me try. Let me see if
He's there.
All right.
Can you hear us? I would say no.
No, that sounds like a no.
Oh boy, he's here, and we can't get him to hear us. Oh boy, technology is fun, isn't it?
Well, like I said, I think it's a miracle that the four of us are even talking right now.
Right.
That is great with technology.
Modern inconveniences. But we're going through this pandemic now, and everybody's isolating and staying away and everything. Isn't it amazing that we have this kind of connectivity? I mean, there are all the plagues that have ever come over mankind. We got this kind of thing connecting us, and we can actually talk to each other.
It's fantastic.
Well,
yeah.
There you go. I see now.
Bobby, I've got another short John Sinclair story. If you're
John, go for it.
It was, I think, the first few months that we'd started normal, and I jumped in my Volkswagen bus and drove up to, I guess it was it Grand Rapids? I forget the day. No, it was Chrysler Stadium, Ann Arbor, yeah. And it was the Free John Sinclair rally. And I didn't know John at the time, but I knew of him because he'd been famously sentenced to 9.5 or 10 years for a couple of minor marijuana offenses. And of course, it was John Lennon and Yoko Ono and the Black Panthers and Allen Ginsberg. It was a marvelous, marvelous event. And by the way, the whole place was smoking. Even though it was a marijuana protest about somebody being in prison, the police took a hands-off attitude. So everybody was sitting around openly rolling and passing joints. Within about a week, maybe it was 10 days, the Michigan Supreme Court found a legal justification to overturn John's case and free him.
Yeah.
What a fabulous moment.
Yeah,
I later went around with John and another prisoner that had been freed from Texas by the name of Lee Otis Johnson, and we did some public speaking down in Arizona and Texas.
Yeah, John took things to a great degree in the early days. I mean, that one right there, John Lennon came in, and a couple of days later, John Sinclair, he did 2 years in jail. It took 3 days to get him out. And, And then after that was happened, they came after him again, and they got him up on a trumped-up charge, and he took it all the way to the Supreme Court, and they got the right to you can't tap somebody's phone without a court warrant, without a warrant. That was John Sinclair that made that, took that to the Supreme Court and made that law. So he was really, that particular year, that particular month particularly, he was rocking, man.
Well, and I think most people know this, but John was a very polished, or is a polished poet.
Yeah.
He was also the founder of the White Panthers Party, the white version of the Black Panthers. So he was an incredible lefty political activist at the time.
Yeah. And Tom Forsyth met John Sinclair and took the White Panthers to New York. And he had a version, they called them the Free Rangers. And the Free Rangers were a subsection of the White Panthers.
There he is. We've got him. We've got the.
There you go.
John, are you with us?
Yeah, I think so.
We were just talking about you.
All right, we were just talking about you. We have Keith Stroup on here and Rick Cusick.
Oh.
Hello, John.
And
great seeing you, friend.
Your hair's whiter than mine.
Well, I'm an old man, unlike you.
Oh, horse shit.
John, I'd also like to introduce you to Chloe Villano. She's the host of this event, the Cannabis Business Awards producer and founder. And also below Rick, if he's below you on your screen, is Jair Velleman, who is the founder and curator of the World of Cannabis Museum, who I work with.
Where is he?
Hi, John.
Where is he?
I'm on here.
I think he needs.
Yeah.
Do you see him? And do you have to click the gallery view?
Sure, for sure.
Okay.
Hi, John.
Hi.
Hi, John.
Happy 420.
Are you seeing everyone, John? Are you seeing everyone okay?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, good. How are you feeling, sir?
Are you Bobby?
Yes, that's me.
Okay.
How are you feeling, sir?
Well, I'm recovering from open heart surgery, so I'm feeling better every day.
Okay. That's good to hear that you're feeling better. How's the quarantine affecting you? Not too much, right? You just stay home and smoke.
Well, I've been in quarantine for months from my operation, so.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't go out.
Well, that's what
When did you have your operation?
I got to go out Wednesday to see my doctor. That'll be a big outing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, John, Rick and Keith were just reminiscing about some of your infamous legalization exploits from back in the day, and talking about your history. So we were talking about, of course, the Free John Sinclair concert. That was one of the most famous political concerts ever, with John Lennon and David Peel, who's on our list, was also played in that show. Tell us a little about
Wonder, Bob Seger, Marty Shep, Bobby Seale, Allen Ginsberg,
yeah.
Phil Oakes. The great Phil Oakes was in there.
Yeah, right. And John and Yoko.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I recall we didn't see you that night, John.
No, I was a little bit 40 miles away. We're locked up. I got out 3 days later.
3 days later?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
They posted an appeal bond for me. They wouldn't give me an appeal bond for 2.5 years. And my case was heard in the Michigan Supreme Court. And it was pending decision when they gave me an appeal bond finally.
Do you remember Lee Otis Johnson?
Yeah, sure, from Texas.
Yeah, from Texas. That's right.
30 years
about the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, you were working on his case when you and I first met. In 72, I believe.
Yep.
And we campaigned for the California Marijuana Initiative together.
Yep.
I
think we also went
Arizona and New Mexico.
Texas. Yep.
I've written the history of cannabis, the movement to legalize cannabis all the time, and I think that there's a really good argument to be made that when you started Lamar from in Michigan, and they did one in New York, That was really the very first beginning of what we now have legalization. I mean, from there you can draw a straight line.
But it went
I knew that guy, right?
For me, it started when I got a flyer in the mail from Ed Sanders and Allen Ginsberg.
Right.
Saying they had formed New York Weimar and they were having their first demonstration in January of '65.
Right.
I said, man, what a great idea. We ought to have that in Detroit. So I happened to have a mimeograph machine. So we went over and ran off a flyer, Detroit Weimar. First meeting, blah, blah, blah.
John, hold that thought a moment. I have to bring in some more guests that are waiting. We have, let's see if the audio is better this time. We have legendary cannabis artist from the Bay Area, Pat Ryan. You guys familiar with Pat Ryan's work at all?
Not me.
We've seen him many times.
He has done some of the best classic cannabis art back in the day from the whole Haight-Ashbury days. Pat, can you hear us again? I'm still hoping you can hear us.
Where you at, Pat?
I see him, but I don't hear him.
You're one step ahead of me.
All right. Well, Pat, I hope you get your audio sorted out. I'm going to try to help you with that, but I'm also going to bring in Mr. Jerome Baker.
Hey.
Jerome Baker, are you there?
This is just like the Cannabis Cup back.
Jerome Baker. Agent Jerome Baker. Yeah, that is like the Cannabis Cup.
Yes.
Awesome.
So while we're waiting for Jerome, I'll just ask. So John, we're super happy to have you as a member of the advisory board of the museum. And we're going to be doing some good stories and podcasts about you, and I'll be reaching out to you about that. And also, when it came to people to choose for this list, for the top 100 cannabis influencers of all time, your name was like right at the top of the list. And not to disparage any of these other fine gentlemen who are also very, very well respected, but sir, much respect to you. You really helped set the stage for all of us to follow.
It was a timing issue, Nobody else was doing it.
Somebody had to have the balls. You had the balls.
Well, it was really, I got busted, self-defense was a big part of it.
10 for 2.
10 for 2.
10 years for 2 joints, right? That's how it went.
Did 6 months in the jailhouse of correction as well.
Yeah, but yeah.
Wow.
But you did 2 years, right, before they got you out?
2.5 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Well, you see, that's the arc that that's where it began. And then very, very slowly we came around to winning. But what, 50 years?
Yeah.
50 years?
50 years.
Right? You, 50 years? Holy shit.
69, I went to prison.
Yeah, right.
We've got Jerome Baker and we've got Adam Brook. John, you know Adam very well.
He was at my house earlier.
So I'm going to introduce these gentlemen. Adam Brook has been a long time affiliated with the Hash Bash in Ann Arbor. He's also John Sinclair's manager and a very well-known and beloved activist in Michigan. And Jerome Baker is one of the OG pioneer glass bong makers in America. He's been around for a long time, kicking ass. I'm going to unmute you and unmute you. All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome. You guys there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear my audio?
Yes. How about you, Adam?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Right. Yes, we hear you.
Hey, all right.
Adam.
I can fix Pat.
Hey, how you doing, man?
We're doing good. We're doing good.
Like that growth, Jair.
Pat, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
All right, we got Pat Ryan. Yay!
Perfect.
The audio's finally working. Welcome to the sesh, Pat.
It took me a long time to get the tick.
That's okay. We're still here.
It's not my specialty, and my granddaughter's not here with me, so.
I gotta say, with the age levels of the group here. I'm very happy that you all were able to make it on here because even I had a lot of trouble getting this set up. So props to all you gentlemen. Jason, I want to talk to you for a minute because you're going to be here with us for most of the broadcast, but you have first of all, you're coming to us live from the beach in Hawaii, which is awesome. And you have some really cool bongs for us to give away on this show, I believe, right?
Correct. Yeah, we're making some custom pieces. I think we did one limited run. It's working right now. The guys are in the shop as we speak, pumping away. So we're super psyched. You know, they're it's a nice, perfect hitter. It's the ultimate Jerome Baker piece. And however you guys want to do it, you guys can tell me who to give them to, or you guys, however you want to do it, bro. You just let me know.
All right. Well, we're gonna we're gonna give away 2 per hour. Might as well give away 2 right now. I was gonna ask a trivia question, a cannabis trivia question, and whoever comments, let's say whoever has the comment with the right answer will win the first bong, and the 7th comment will win the second bong. And let's do a trivia question. All right, guys. Should we do a John Sinclair trivia question? Should we do a normal trivia question? What should we do? You guys have a good trivia question for us? Rick, you must have one.
I got a million of them, probably.
All right, give us a trivia question. Not too hard, but not too.
I'm trying to think something that people would actually know. Yeah. Okay, Nick. Since we're a bunch of activists here, when did 50% of the American public say it's time to legalize marijuana? That was a big deal. You know the answer.
Yeah, man, this is for the viewers, Keith.
For the viewers. All right. Gee, I don't really know for the viewers. I'm a nerd.
All right. How about this? What year was Normal founded?
Oh, geez.
What year was Normal founded? Nobody in this room is answering. We're asking.
That's a good one.
So the 3rd and 7th person to get the right answer will win a Jerome Baker custom bong. So we'll check the comments. We'll check the comments later, and we'll announce them later at the end of the show, or later in the show. So please make your comments under the live stream on the Facebook event page. So, all right, guys. Pat, let's talk a little about you. We haven't had a chance to talk to you yet. Tell everybody some of your background and some of the work you've done.
Well, I started doing like cannabis art on a humorous bent back in the like early 70s or so. And I ended up doing a series called the California Home Growers Association. And they were like fictitious postcards and stuff like that. And basically, my partner was Dave Sheridan at the time, and we were all part of the underground comics revolution that happened in the Bay Area. And Dave and I used to sit around smoking them. Hi, Jer.
Hey, hi, Pat.
And we'd come up with these fictitious names, you know, like Sticky Fingers and High Society and whatever. And I started doing this as a collection. I also had something called he's smoking a joint. I got one here. It was called the Artista gang. It was an art gang that we started. And we had one of the first bud judging competitions in California. And that was at a big party we had in 1983. And the winner, we had like 14 entrants in the first one. And the winner was Dave Watson, who was like the seed man from Santa Cruz.
The seed man, you said,
yeah.
from Santa Cruz?
Yeah, the skunk.
Yes.
Yes,
Sam.
he's on our list too. 100 top.
Well,
light-
he had some sticky stuff from Santa Cruz. It was just outrageous, and that was '83, and we kept on going with the home growers after that, and got them in High Times, and started doing all this like merchandising and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was 1982, and that's when Ronnie and Nancy Reagan said no. You know, and they closed down all the head shops in America, because all our clientele was all the book shops and head shops throughout the country, and they just squashed the dream.
Yeah.
So
But you know, I remembered a lot of your artwork from High Times. When I was working at High Times, we had stickers like the Super Skunk and a lot of those fun cannabis cartoons. I remember seeing those around the office for a long time. Danny Danko just joined our chat. Danny Danko, recently made former cultivation editor of High Times. What's up, Danko? Do you remember any of these old school cool cannabis art that Pat Ryan used to do, like Super Skunk, the cartoon cannabis stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. I made a point of I was a reader of High Times before I worked for High Times, but as soon as I got the job, we had these binders, and we had every issue from the first one right down to the current issue. And I went and I looked through every single issue. I wanted to know everything I could about it, and so I read all that stuff. I looked at all the artwork. I saw just some amazing writing and some incredible artwork. Mort Todd stuff. There was always just a lot of incredible writing and artwork in the mag, and some of the most cutting edge stuff, really. Cases, Tom Robbins, and
I've got one original.
Brian, stuff like that. Like your stuff.
This was the original package. This package came. This is like a postcard package.
No kidding.
That came with.
Hold on, I'm gonna make you a. Hold on.
Iconic, just incredible.
There we go.
Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
That one was the favorite.
Yeah, those are incredible. Just
I think I got one of those original packages in the museum collection.
What year did you do these?
It was published in '82. I did them all in from 79, 80, 81. It was published in '82, and we did them as T-shirts.
Right.
Yeah. These things, but that led to me doing this whole book. Last Gas Publishing published.
Right. Hold it up, yeah.
Sinsemia Sensations. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
yeah. We
This
have that. We have that original painting in the collection. The original. Yeah.
Which?
Of the bud.
Oh yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
Well,
that's in the museum.
That I'm working on. I just finished this last week. See if I can see this.
All right, let me go back.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's gorgeous. Look at that.
Yeah.
Go down a little bit. Show down a little bit more, Pat. We can't see the whole thing.
There you go.
I need a copy of that.
Yeah, beautiful, man. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Is that you, Chloe?
So what I want to do with that is start like a whole new series. I just can't stop doing this. All I do is smoke herb all day and think about new designs to paint.
There's no reason to stop doing it.
It's like an obsession. I can't.
It's an addiction.
It's an addiction. It is. I can't not do it because it's so much fun. That was the thing about cannabis that I wanted to emphasize was that it's a fun thing. Besides the medical side of it, and it's useful in many ways, and we all know the whole story. It's also just a kick to smoke a joint and have fun.
Hell yeah.
You know, it's funny. It's funny you say that, Keith.
Dr. Lester Stroup, right?
I say Keith Stroup was a mentor of mine in the early days, and one of the things that he told me that I taught everybody that came along after me, early on, he said, whatever you're going to do next, make sure to remember to have fun, because it's basically something that has fun built into it, and that's a strength. Great piece.
Well, Rick, like you said, also, Dr. Lester Grinspoon, he always says that it's an enhancer. You know, so whatever it is that you're going to do, whether it be going to see a movie or reading some poetry or making love, it enhances that experience.
Yeah, right.
So there's the medicinal aspects, of course, but there's also just the wonderful enhancement that it does. And as Carl Sagan also put so beautifully, you know, it just helps you come up with new ideas and new good shit.
And I used to work with Dave Sheridan, who was like the guy that did the Dealer McDope. He did Dealer McDope in the game, and he also was one of the artists on the Furry Freak Brothers. He worked with Gilbert Shelton at Ripoff Press. And, I always used to like hang out with those guys over there at Ripoff Press, and they were just having a ball. They were having a good time doing these comics, and I ended up doing a comic, doing my own series of comics that my friend Vince Dugar produced under the banner of the Golden Frog.
Golden Frog.
This is my new one. Skunkweed.
Cool, yeah.
Very cool.
Jason, do you have any cool glass around that you can show us off? We want to check out some cool glass in your pad.
Yes, I do. I have to go get it. You want me to go get a piece?
Yeah, go grab something. I want to check out a cool piece of yours. So, Pat, I'm sure you're familiar with Mr. John Sinclair, right?
Oh yes. I actually met him a long time ago when he was at the Amorphia where they made the papers in San Francisco. Because I did some kind of like display case for little pins that they were making or something, and I went there, and I foolishly tried to sell John Sinclair a pound of some crappy Colombian weed for $250 for a pound. And he gave me one of his books. I have one of his books in the library. And he said, I won't sign it for you because someday you'll try to make a lot of money from it on eBay or something. But I still have it, and I appreciate him so much. The thing about John Sinclair is I read the whole book, and his story is such a parallel to mine growing up. I mean, people our age have a certain reason why we rebelled, and it's the same story all the time. And we came from different parts of the country, and came out west, and did what we did, got into underground stuff.
Did it well too. That's the culture that follows cannabis. Cannabis has, like other drugs, we call them drugs. Other drugs don't have their own culture that follows along with them. It doesn't have their own commercial world that comes along with it.
Yeah.
It's very, very special by inherent in the thing. The culture comes with marijuana. The commerce comes with the marijuana. You don't get that with like opium.
Yeah, I know.
No opium comics,
True.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, well, maybe.
Celebrate that.
I do like to point out that weed brings people together who wouldn't otherwise have anything to do with each other, wouldn't speak to each other, don't like each other.
actually hate on each other and
Present
disrespect
company
each other.
excluded, of course.
Yeah.
But the reality is that people
Sounds like
will
high
literally smoke a joint with someone that they will then backstab 2 minutes later, and weed's the only substance on the planet that does that.
Well,
it has its own personality.
Right up with you, gentlemen, because I'm in great company here, and I'm thrilled to join.
I grabbed a piece of glass. You want me to show it to you?
Yeah, man. Let's see it. Let's check out some cool glass. Let me feature you. Let me make you big.
Make me big.
All right, show.
All right. So again, for those of you that don't know me, my name's Jason Harris. My street name is Jerome Baker, named after Jerry Garcia, Jerome, and Getting Baker, Getting Baked. Yeah. Blue glass. I've been making glass pipes since 1991. I'm coming to you here live from the North Shore on Maui. I moved over here in 2006 after I was released from federal paperwork because I was arrested with Tommy Chong and 55 others for manufacturing drug paraphernalia in 2003. So now I have an incredibly hard job. I go surfing every morning and I study the waves so I can come out here and make glass waves for the tourists. Most people at the Four Seasons and tell their wife a beautiful glass wave and they can ship it home, charge it to the room. It's all easy.
Wow.
So in arresting me for manufacturing drug paraphernalia, they couldn't take my talent away from me. I lost everything. I had a $4 million a year business, 70 employees, and now I got to come over here and move over here. Since then, I've now reignited the company. We've been rocking and rolling since about 2010. And, stoked to be part of this inner circle of the cannabis who's who.
Right on.
Anytime anybody comes to Maui, you definitely come visit me and come see the studio, and I'll make sure you're wooed and wowed, and we can go visit waterfalls.
Cool, man.
But that's my story, and now we blow glass in Las Vegas also. I have a studio there, and we make bongs there.
The Dream Factory.
Public, you can come by and see it. A couple years ago, we made the world's largest bong, a 24-footer, down on Fremont Street that had an elevator that went to the top of it. Yair has just recently acquired one of my old pieces for his museum. And as an artist, being arrested actually gained me some credibility, a street cred with you guys. And with my collectors, I didn't have to die. That work from before I was arrested, which is deemed pre-op work, is now worth 10 to 20 times the original value. So it's an incredible thing that's happened, and I want you all to look at this, what we're going through right now, this COVID thing, in a positive light. And you try to say to yourself, what's positive happened today or yesterday, and try to use that to make your good decisions moving forward. Because all of us are going to make good decisions, not coming from a place of pain or suffering or victimization. We can use the COVID. We can come out of the closet and we're gay now. We can fire our whole crew. We can buy a pool. We can move to Maui and blame it on the COVID. Use 2020 as the year of the pivot. Okay?
The restart engine.
Hey, you got a bunch of old
Reinvent
people
yourself.
online
It's the chance to
using Zoom.
reinvent yourself.
Absolutely. If
I
you
get
don't,
it.
you're sleeping.
I think cannabis really is winning right now in COVID because it's deemed an essential business now. So we're looking at this whole different perspective now that we know it's essential. So
extraordinary.
Yeah, that is a big change from being still on a substance list.
Yeah,
being essential at the same time. So that's kind of an interesting situation right now.
Yeah.
It shows what we're famous for in this country, and that's hypocrisy. And that's one of the things that brought me to weed is the hypocrisy of the laws. It made no sense. And, we've moved the ball forward. We've got a little farther to go, but things are heading in the right direction.
Yeah. You always got further to go. Always. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you guys smoking on? I've got some Moroccan hash from Amsterdam from my last trip, my last visit to Jair.
Hey.
Sweet.
I've got some delicious Moroccan.
Some orange Skittles.
I got a bunch of stuff from Wolf There's some strawberry banana and some fruit.
Wolfpack, right, Chloe?
Come on,
Yeah, Wolfpack dispensary is awesome in Colorado.
I've got a little Northern California weed.
I got some Super Silver Haze.
Oh, I like the Super Silver Haze.
All right.
I got some oil here that was sent to me by ex-High Time staffers who shall go unnamed from California, and they keep me going while I'm here in isolation. I have to not worry about getting my weed and my oil. So
yeah. Okay, guys, I have another legendary figure to bring in here. Someone that you guys will all be familiar with. You especially, Jason. I'm going to bring in the godfather of glass, Mr. Bob Snodgrass.
Hey, there you go.
And there he is. Bob, can you hear me?
Here we go again.
Can you hear us, Bob?
That's what happens when you have like 1,000 years of people into a conversation.
Bobby, I need to run now. Lovely spending time with you all today.
All right, Keith, thank you so much for stopping in.
Keith.
Congratulations. You're a 420 icon.
Keith. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man.
Take care.
Bye.
All right, here we go.
It's not on our wait. Let's see.
I'm unmuting him. Hey, Bob, can you hear us now?
I can hear you.
All right. Yeah, what's up? Welcome, sir.
Chilling in the yard, hanging out by my garden.
There you are.
Cool. You're in some very good company. We've got Jerome Baker here. We've got John Sinclair. We've got Rick Cusick, formerly from High Times. We've got Pat Ryan, the artist. We've got Danny Danko, also High Times. We've got Jair Velleman, who is the head of the World of Cannabis Museum, who I work with. And we've got L Brook from Hash Bash in Michigan. And we've got Tony Butter from South Africa. And we have the illustrious, lovely host of this whole event, Miss Chloe Villano. So, welcome.
Chloe.
Guys. So let's get started, huh?
Yeah, we've already been starting. We were talking about what we were smoking on. What are you smoking on?
This one right now.
This one.
So for those viewers out there that don't know, you should, but Bob Snodgrass is called the Godfather of Glass. He's one of the first people to start making smokeware, beautiful custom smokeware out of glass back in the
70s.
70s. Grateful Dead scene, right? Grateful Dead.
Well, no, I traveled around the country and lived in a school bus with my family and went to hot air balloon shows and all kinds of other festivals. And when I got to the West Coast, I went to my first Grateful Dead show, and then it kind of dropped off. Not so many hot air balloon shows, and the Dead tour. Instead of making things like ballerinas and unicorns out of glass and just having a few pipes hit on the table, I could go and I could put my pile of marbles at one end, my bottles at the other, and fill the hole in between with pipes. And that changed it all for me. And then as somebody that spread glass pipes all over the country, I was told once that I really just wanted to have one of your pipes. Yeah. And once I had it, then I wanted to see it change colors. I told one guy about how it's color changing glass, and yeah, right. And then that night he went back to his room and he said they smoked all the weed they brought for tour that night. Yeah, it changed colors every time.
Yeah. So many of the glass blowers of today look back to you and have learned from either you or from a student of yours. It's a great craft with master and apprentice, where the skills are passed down from person to person, which is not done too much anymore. I feel like it's an art and it's a craft and a trade that is a beautiful thing. And glass blowing as an art form has really exploded over the past few decades, wouldn't you say?
Oh, it is. Yeah, it came out of being some undercover thing that you had to make sure you got to the next state line pretty quick sometimes after an event. And now it's getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a great dragon steamroller from Bob in the collection. So that's an amazing piece.
Oh, you got to use it though. You can't just have it in a collection. So the second best smoking pipe I make is something like the little top hat. This one. This one's just a small hammer is what we called it anyhow. And the best smoking one, yeah, John's going to go get one of my dragons in the tube. It's the best smoking pipe. What it does, it cools the smoke so much that you're inhaling cool smoke, and it's so lightly done, you can make it blow little smoke rings at you, and all of a sudden you're that kid that's playing with the choo-choo train. Because you got locomotive, you got your dragon sitting there puff, 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 blowing little smoke rings. I'll see if I can demonstrate that. But it's more than a pipe, it's a toy. And actually, I believe, like, right now, there's thousands of people in China making glass pipe. Those people are going to get curious, and someday they're going to see what it works like. The people I learned from, they had the integrity to try to allow cannabis to operate at its maximum potential. And that's what this pipe here is all about. And there's a little dragon, and he's inside the tube. And I got some
beautiful
here, and I'll try to get him to blow some smoke rings. It takes a couple hits to get him started.
But you're up to it.
Hey, Danny.
So cool.
I want to bring Danny. I want to bring Danny in for a moment because we haven't heard much from him. Dan, how are you doing?
Oh, for sure. I'll shut up.
No, please.
Keep going. I want to see that.
Please, sir. You smoke and demonstrate the pipe.
That's right.
Yeah, and we'll comment on how awesome your pipe is. As a matter of fact, I want to feature you so I can see it bigger. Here, let's see it.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
You gotta.
Freaking sweet.
That's actually the first time I see this happening.
It's the best smoking pipe. It is. It's like a head rush at every hit. I got a rule. You got to sit down. We have a circle on the floor, and everybody sits. Because if you're standing up, you might just all of a
Drop
sudden,
it. Right.
You'll drop.
Awesome, man. That's quite a steamroller that you got.
That's a serious pipe, man. That's a serious. That's a professional pipe.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, Danny, let's weigh in, man. What's your 420 been like? How's life? How's everything in New York?
It's been great. It's been amazing. It's the Core 20, as Adam Dunn called it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you follow Snotty hitting a Snotty.
Yeah, man.
It's just an honor to be a part of that. We got to cut back to him soon, but
oh yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Seriously, this is a stellar crew you put together here, Bobby. Seriously.
And finding out my name is on a list of 100 icons and influencers, and it brought a tear to my eye, to be honest, because it's you don't plan it out that way. You just meeting deadlines and just trying to get to where you want to go, and smoke the next joint and go to the next cannabis cup or whatever it might be. So it's just an honor and a pleasure to be included among my colleagues, my friends, my mentors, and my heroes. We're all sort of watching movies on a plane right now because we're all at a heightened emotion. It's an honor and a privilege, and I appreciate it. And Keith and Rick and Bob Snodgrass. I mean, these are the people that I read about, before I ever got to meet. Keith actually is the first article I ever wrote for The Dig was an interview with Keith Stroup, and I was just so nervous. And so it's been an honor to be part of the industry and to continue to push the industry forward, to release the prisoners, to protect home grow, to preserve our history like you guys are doing with the museum, and to push for social use when all this is over. We might not be passing joints to each other, but we certainly want to celebrate this flower, this healing flower together. And so there's also going to be 422 and 420. Yeah, I've got to go now. Bob is pulling on the steamroller dragon.
You got it primed? How's it working?
I actually the Snodgrass, one of the hammers that he talked about. It's long.
Yeah.
And I had a Jerome Baker song as well. So props to you guys for hooking it up.
Yeah, you know what, Bob? We got to get one of those original Grateful Dead pipes. Those were like your classic pipe back in the day, right? We got to get one of those for the museum.
For sure, one of something like that.
If you have like one of the early ones, we're like, something special.
I saw one on eBay for like 21,000, and it was 87. Anyhow,
That is a lot of money.
Wow.
That is a lot of money.
That's a long ways for a $10 pipe.
Yeah.
All right. In 1988, that was a $10 pipe, and
wow,
that's appreciation. That's the appreciation of art. That's what that is.
All right, guys.
The trouble is, he's not like kicking down half of it to me or anything,
Right.
But,
yeah. Van Gogh didn't make any money either. But
yeah, you're right. I got both ears.
So I got Mila coming in. Where is she? She's almost there, I think. I think she's trying to connect.
Oh, hey, look who's here.
So I got Mila coming in. Where is she? Here's Mila.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, Mila.
It's better and better.
We also got Dina, Dr. Dina.
Hey, Dina.
Hi,
Dina. What's happening, girl?
Bring a little female energy into the room, You gotta
yes.
bring some female energy in. Hi, Mila. How are you doing? Are you back in Amsterdam? You gotta bring some female energy. And hi, Mila. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. It's in the middle of the night now.
Yeah, it is late there.
But life is good, and wish you all happy 420.
Happy 420 to you.
Yes,
Yeah.
Funny.
Love you, Mila.
We love you, Mila. Congratulations, Con. You're truly an inspiration to so many.
Thank you.
And Dina, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you guys?
West Hollywood.
West Hollywood in the house. It's actually hot out today.
Nice.
Yes. How's it going out in Colorado? What's the weather like?
It's nice, actually. It's been snowing like almost all quarantine. We've had snowstorms every few days, so this is really nice. It's sunny.
Mila, what's it like in Amsterdam? What's the weather like?
Sunny.
Nice. Sunny. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hi, Rick.
we got summer.
We get sunshine for our smoking.
So Mila, you also received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Cannabis Business Awards, as did you, Jair, in the past few years. And Mila, we have that wonderful item you gave us for the museum, which is a really one of a kind. Can you tell everybody what it was?
I think it's like the envelope with the first starter bag.
Yeah.
Um, that was the first isolator I ever made by hand on my own sewing machine.
The first isolator bag she ever made with her own hands, and then she took her idea, her invention, and she put it in a shipping package and mailed it to herself so that she could later produce and show that it was hers, and she never opened it. And we now have the original bag in the original shipping package, never opened, in our museum collection, which is like one of a kind. Like that is history right there. That's a piece of history.
That's foresight, is what that is. Keeping it for how many years? Unopened for how many years?
Since for 26 years.
Jeez.
No, from 98.
Yeah.
Well,
seems like yesterday. Really, it does.
Mick Jagger said, first they put you in jail, then they put you in a museum.
True.
That's right.
Holy cow!
Here we are.
When you think of how many kilos and kilos of hash have been made using that system, now, it's just unfathomable to think of, how much amazing.
That's a product change that's overwhelming. I mean, I was amazed when a friend of mine told me they bought a freezer from the ice making machine company. Anyhow, he put in an ice making machine. They'd shovel their weed in there, and he went and bought a brand new washing machine.
Right.
And started throwing the frozen weed in the washer, and then they blow it through the bags.
Yeah.
And that's evolutionary. The kind of change that went on from people doing this for thousands of years.
Right.
It was evolutionary.
Hi, yours. See if I can unmute her.
I've got some nice bubble hash right here.
Oh yeah.
That I'm gonna
Very nice.
get up in my little hash pipe.
It's over 420 here in Colorado. It's like 417 right now. So
yeah,
right up.
Tick.
Oh yeah, we've got 3 minutes till 420 Mountain Time. So
this really cool Joel Halen, honey hole.
Nice.
New Year's Eve. Down.
It's my favorite.
I love my dabs, but I gotta say, I'm still a sucker for the old school stuff, man. Ever since I went back to Amsterdam, I just can't keep smoking the traditional hash. It's so good.
You got your Puffco?
Oh yeah, we're ready. We're ready.
As ready as I'm ever going to be.
We're ready.
My Puffco will be arriving later when April joins me, I believe. So.
Like dab on this?
But I actually have some really pretty flowers right now, so I might have to smoke these.
You got a name?
All right, everybody. I'm gonna welcome another person to the room. We have Miss Canada Alyssa Boston is coming in. She's the Miss Canada winner who made her costume for the pageant be a big cannabis costume.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Right on.
Hi, Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa.
That's not Alyssa.
Just like that, she's gone.
There. Hi, Alyssa. I'm sure she'll come back.
Maybe she's putting on her costume.
Coming back.
Hi, Alyssa.
Hello.
There you are.
Welcome.
How's everyone doing?
We're doing great.
It's 420. Just about 420 here.
Yeah.
It's about 6:20 here. My birthday celebration already passed, but I'd love to join you for yours.
I think I celebrated 420 at different time zones now almost.
Yeah. That's the idea. We're trying to celebrate over several different time zones. So
I love it. That's awesome.
It's 12 over here.
420.
Oh, it's 420.
420. All right.
420. I'm privileged to be having 420 with everybody that's on this call.
Happy 420, everybody.
Happy
420. This is an epic sesh. You have to admit, it's a virtual sesh, but it is an epic virtual sesh.
It's actually 4:21 here in South Africa, so we're officially going over 2 days now.
421 in South Africa.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
People, they're up to 421 also.
I'm jealous of whoever's sitting outside in the sun right now.
That's our friend Jerome. Oh, that's Snodgrass, and that's Jerome Baker. He's in Hawaii, at his house in Hawaii.
I'm jealous. It looks nice out there.
This is Oregon.
And that's Oregon, yes.
Oregon, okay.
We have 2 people from Holland, from Amsterdam.
Oh, wow.
We have California in the house. We have New York in the house. We have
Jersey,
Michigan, Detroit in the house. Ann Arbor.
All right, I'm Windsor, Ontario, so I'm close to Ann Arbor.
Cool.
It did snow here the other day, so it's nicer today though.
That's good. So tell us a little about yourself, Alyssa, and how you came to be in that high-profile position that you put yourself into.
Yeah, of course. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Alyssa Boston. I'm the reigning Miss Universe Canada 2019. And for those of you that may not know, Miss Universe is hosted by Steve Harvey every year and airs on Fox. So I was just at the Miss Universe pageant last December, and I wore a cannabis leaf as my national costume, representing Canada. So,
Love it.
Photo.
Amazing. Nice work, Alyssa.
So that's what I did, and I spoke about ending the stigma and how proud we are to be from Canada and be leading the industry right now. So that's kind of my platform, and it kind of took off from there.
That's a nice platform.
You know, we have a lot of old school activists and icons in this chat right now, but something like what you did is just as historic for this day and age and where we are right now. That is a historic thing. That is a historic moment, and that's why you deserve to be part of this. You know what I mean? Because you are an icon. You're out there. People are looking to you, and you're doing something groundbreaking and brave and putting it out there, and that's a game changer, and that's what makes you a 420 icon. So big ups to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. It's kind of cool to kind of merge two worlds together. I mean, beauty pageants, you would never talk about drugs at all, and no one would ever have the courage to kind of stand up for something. And a lot of the industries who follow pageants, I mean, a lot of the countries, like the Asian countries, are very against drugs in general, especially marijuana. So it's kind of crazy to kind of stand up in front of those countries who are watching and have a voice for it. So it was pretty amazing.
What was that like for you when you walked out on that stage? Were you scared shitless when you walked out there?
I mean, yeah, like I said, it's a lot of Asian fans that were there, so I was kind of worried to see how they would take it. Right? But, Atlanta, Georgia, that's where it was held, and I know a lot of people in Georgia enjoy marijuana, so I had a good fan base. That's good. And it was close enough to Canada, so I had a lot of friends and family who came to watch me. So the crowd went crazy, and the voiceover when I walked out was talking about how you can get legal weed in Canada, and everyone was clapping and cheering. So it actually ended up going really well.
Fantastic.
Yeah. That was a stroke of genius.
Thank you. It was amazing. It was
You did a lot for the movement with that one particular gesture.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. And David Spade actually did like a little skit about it on his show and stuff. So it reached pretty far. It got some attention of some big names. So it was cool.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You know,
I'm gonna leave, but here's proof I did get that book from John.
let's show that.
And he
There it
did not
is.
sign it.
He wouldn't sign it, John.
We have one of those in our collection too. Yeah, it's a great book.
Really
Maybe some more bonks, Bobby.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, we got to give away some bongs, right?
In a while.
Yeah,
I gotta leave. So
all right, Pat.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you for gracing us.
Happy 420, Pat.
Hanging out with all you people. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Have done this otherwise without this pandemic situation.
Yeah. Well, let's do it again sometime.
Good things will arise from it.
Home run.
All right. Well, let's do this again sometime. All right. So, in the meantime, be well, stay safe.
Stay high. Stay high.
Stay high.
Yes, sir.
Stay high.
Happy 420.
Good work, my friend.
420, bro.
Epic. Absolutely epic.
All right.
Leave.
So,
some bongs.
Oh, wait, let's check in. Oh, bongs. Right.
Pretty epic.
So, do we want to ask another trivia question?
Yep.
Let's see. What's a good trivia question?
I'm out of this one.
I'm open to any suggestions. Danny, you're very knowledgeable. You got a good trivia question we could ask the viewers to win a bong?
Good.
What year did Dennis Perone write the first proposition in California, or launch it? That.
Dennis.
That's a good one.
All right, so that's what year did Dennis Perone launch Prop 215 in California? That's the question. And if you know the answer, please go to our Facebook feed where you are watching it and go to the comment section and let's say the fourth and
there was a different. He actually launched a different one besides Prop 215.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we're doing a different one.
And what year? It was the first medical marijuana legislation that offered all of these 6 patients to get medicine from the California Buyers Club. It was really the first time. And so what year was that?
Okay, guys. So this is
good question.
You guys got to know your legalization. You got to know your Dennis Perone for this one. All right. I'm sure there's a lot of people that do. Richard Eastman, my buddy Richard. I bet you know the answer to that one. One of our other icons that were in the list. Richard Eastman was a good friend of Dennis Perone's and was part of that whole scene. So I know he's watching. I'm sure he is. So if you know it, you can grab a bomb, Richard. All right, so we'll give it to the what did I say? 3rd and 5th people that have the correct answer will win a Jerome Baker custom bong here. Yeah. 420 Icons Awards, Cannabis Business Awards, World of Cannabis Museum. Just got to remind everybody all that good fun stuff as we reach kind of near our midway point here. So love having all you guys here. Thanks for sticking around. Chloe, you've been doing an amazing job. Tony, you're still here. He's been here the whole time and he had barely said anything. So I want to acknowledge that you're still there. Tony,
I'm still here.
Hemp builder extraordinaire from South Africa. We've got Rick Cusick, formerly of High Times, Whoopi and Maya. We've got Jerome Baker Glass. We've got Danny Danko, formerly of High Times. We've got Bob Snodgrass, Godfather of Glass. We've got Mila, the Cash Queen. We've got Dr. Dina. We've got Jair Velleman. And we've got Alyssa Boston. And we've got Kimberly. Kimberly, we haven't heard from you. How are you doing?
Hey guys, what's up?
How are you?
Doing? It's
We're doing great.
amazing that it's 420 and we're all sitting home on a Zoom. It's just,
Kimberly, where are
it's
you
really
at?
amazing. I actually like it better because I don't really like to share. It's like, I always feel bad about it, but I prefer not to share. So I'm glad to have my own accoutrements and not have to. I mean, I like Chloe's grape swishers, and I will make like, I will say okay, and I'll smoke. I'm not a very good roller, and she's very particular, so she always rolls when we're together. Am I right, Chloe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I break up though. It's like we're like a couple. So,
How are you in New York? How's the industry going? And I know we have this massive COVID cases out there. I mean, how are you guys holding up? A little update.
well, with lots of weed, of course. I locked myself up with as much weed as I could possibly get here in New York. Well, I think that, New York is crazy, but we're going to be okay. It's just a hard time, and everybody just needs to, kind of abide by the social distancing, because there are so many stories of people breaking social distancing and killing people, like their own grandparents and stuff, by saying, oh, I'm fine, and then going and then ending up that the families are getting sick. So everyone just needs to stay put. Don't share any of your joints or your vapes or blunts, and just kind of abide by it. We're all in the same boat. But on the other hand, it's such an honor and a privilege to be on with such amazing icons of cannabis. And as we reach this milestone of 420 in the year 2020, it's nice to celebrate something bigger than the old school 420, which the traditional market is so important. And, Bobby, you've really been such like an icon in my eyes, of, being part of the movement. But I think it's important as the Cannabis Awards to celebrate people, right, Chloe? And that's what Chloe Villano does. She celebrates people, and I love that. That's so important. And as we went through last night, all 100 of the icons that have been nominated, you fucking get to see. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say that. New York COVID, it's crazy. But you get to really see us celebrate our community and how far we have pushed together. And these 100 icons are so deserving. And thank you both for putting this together, especially in a time where like we need community more than ever. And I talk to Chloe on the phone every day, and she's like my sister, and she constantly is reminding me how important it is to be with your people. And so these 100 icons really represent the new era and the new age of this world. And we know that this plant really heals more than bodies. It's kind of like this mind, body, spirit thing. And like, I'm such a big fan of Danko. Hey, Danny. And he's like, such an inspiration here in New York on the ground floor. Really like showing people and inspiring people of all different demographics. He comes to these New York City events where there's people from Queens and the Bronx and Harlem and upstate New York, and Danny's always so kind with his time to offer people advice and signatures in the book, which I have a signed copy in the library behind me. So that's what's up.
You're gonna need a signed copy for the museum, Dan.
Yeah, Danny. But I want all of you in New York, because I know Danny's in New York, and I'm in New York too. And you guys had high times there 20 years ago. This was like happening in New York. And now with this COVID, we were about to write a real recreational legalization bill for New York. And nothing was going to be able to kill it. But now I'm realizing that COVID is able to kill it for us. And we're going to be out year in, but that even gives us a lot of hope that we're at that point, because it's going like rapid fire on the East Coast. So how do you guys see that happening in the next year?
What's the industry?
I mean, us passing recreational legalization.
Yeah. Everything's going to get restarted again. And I mean, that's true for everything, of course, but it's also particularly true because we were just ramping up. And I was talking to somebody, a friend of mine who's an industry leader in cannabis, and what I thought, and he agreed, was that it might be that a lot of people that have become into cannabis in the last couple of years, who are pretty much, they're not really about cannabis, they're about coming into an industry and taking advantage of its energy. I think a lot of those people are going to go away in the next 6 months or so. The ones that are left are the ones that this is real. This is what you're going to be doing for the rest of your lives, and you'll get into there. There's a lot of ways this can jump. And I can see a couple of ways where it can, give a bit of a, somebody, the guy I was talking to said, yeah, we'll get rid of all of the fluff. Because there's a lot of fluff around any hot industry, Well, now we'll get back to the core reasons we're here in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So true.
I hope so.
Rise to the top, and the real experts will be the one that make it. And it's happening. It's really nice to see, actually, because I think so many of us do this for the first time, have dealt with a lot of people like that. So it really is. It's washing itself clean.
Yeah, it's very true. I live in Jersey, and we're trying to get things started here in Jersey, and there's a lot of fluff in Jersey. Yeah, I've been asked to consult on a lot of different companies, and I would ask them some basic questions, and I realize you're not in this for any really good reason, are you? and that doesn't mean that people have to have a social profile to be in business, but you can't be a leech. And so I think that people like that are going to go away. We have a lot of attention.
Hey, Chloe.
I think
what's that?
Sorry, with the world economy is going to need every single arrow in its quiver to recover after COVID.
Right.
Cannabis is just primed to come in on all levels, from the hemp side, from all the construction, the textiles, the food, to the medical side. And it's not just medical around like COVID, it's around all the people who've been pushed out of the healthcare system to make space for COVID, who won't have access to go to the doctors now, won't have access to get their normal medicine, but they're still going to need healing. And we've got the plant that is going to be able to help with PTSD. A lot of people are traumatized. Here in Africa, we have people locked down, like 5-6 people in one room, not allowed to leave. We can't exercise. We're not allowed to walk our dogs. We're not allowed to leave our property except for food and medicine. And the trauma and the depression that we're already seeing, we've been in lockdown for 3 weeks like that now, and they've just extended for another 2 weeks. I know a plant that can really help with that, not only obviously mentally and spiritually, but financially as well, because a lot of people have lost their jobs here already. So we're totally primed as an industry to say, here, emergency legislation, push it through. We can really help. And I think because they're going to be desperate enough, they're going to really hear us. So it's time for a concerted effort across the globe. Everyone just flood the media of how cannabis can come and help the economy and help the people recover from this. So, yeah.
And it's kind of funny because the cat's out of the bag, and we were talking about that with the businesses. Cannabis has been deal. You guys freaking believe that? That's so crazy during this time, and it is essential. I mean, I know in Colorado, our mayor tried to shut it down, to shut down liquor stores as well, and just thousands of people within hours at our block. And really, people do need their medicine. People do have stress, PTSD. We know that cannabis is safer than alcohol. People use it as a medicine to stop seizures, PTSD, so many different things. And so now we're an essential business. And I think that is something they're going to I'm taking back. Margaritas and curbside. I mean, it's proof system that works, and that's billions of dollars, and that we can tax that system. So I think that cannabis had a lot of coming out during this COVID, and it's been
Yeah. You bring up an interesting subject before the speaker beforehand. The hemp industry has been sitting, waiting to take off behind the plant and the medicine and the recreational use, the 21 use. But the hemp industry is poised, and when it comes time to recover the economies of the world, the hemp industry is already poised to come in and do, and that's something that we're talking about recovering. We're in the U.S., recovering the economy of the U.S. A good push towards hemp, brand new industry, brand new jobs, that'll solve a lot of problems. Again, I'm trying to look at the good things that could happen out of this, because there's always good things that happen out of everything.
Yeah, definitely. I think you'll see a lot of people really realizing how much they miss nature at this time as well. And one of the first things you're going to want to do when you get out of lockdown is go to really reconnect with nature. I mean, obviously we miss our friends and family as well, but there's a deep longing and appreciation for nature and seeing the earth breathing at the moment. The skies are clearer, the rivers are running clearer. It just feels like the earth is taking a deep breath, or maybe she's taking a deep inhale. Getting ready for a move back to like a greener economy. I mean, I think on that note, because it's already 4:21, even though it's the month of 420, I might log out now. It's nearly coming up to 1 a.m. here, but I just wanted to leave you with some words of Guru Ramdas, who passed recently. And even though it wasn't specifically around COVID, he was asked by someone, how do we get through this craziness of life? And his answer was with love and humor. And tonight on the show, I've seen a lot of love for the plant, for our fellow activists, for the icons, and a lot of humor. So we have the ingredients that are going to get us through this. And we have something that just keeps coming out of the ground every year to provide us with all our needs. So thank you, everyone, for everything you've done. And thank you, Chloe and Bobby, for the show. And peace out until next time.
On.
Good
right
night.
on, man.
Dad, good meeting you, man.
so much.
Pleasure. Congratulations.
Now,
So guys, there's someone I'd like to bring in right now who we were talking about how in the crisis and people trying to help people and how the cannabis community is trying to rally to help people. Well, this young woman and her husband have been doing a lot to help cannabis people, specifically in the realm of the hearing impaired. So, are you there, Angela? Can you hear me?
I'm in. I'm here.
Is that you, Jared?
Yeah, it's me. Can you see me?
I don't have your video. I only have your audio.
Okay, give me a minute.
Here, I'm going to step out and let you have more space.
Can you hear me though?
I can hear you. Yeah.
My wife is turning this thing on.
I heard you, Bob.
Okay.
So let me just. There we go. Hey guys. So everyone, this is Jared and his wife Angela, and they're doing something I think is really extraordinary that I would love them to talk to everyone about. And I'm going to give you the floor for a moment. They're coming up with their own sign language for cannabis because there aren't any words in sign language for cannabis, so everything has to be spelled out. So they're inventing the language of cannabis in sign language, which is really extraordinary.
Wow.
That is really cool.
So, guys, tell us about your project and what caused you to get into this.
Well, it's a need, not really a want. So back when I started learning sign language, I was a paramedic and I saw the need for language because in the emergency situations, that's life or death, and communication is so important. And we started doing this 13 years ago where we started growing. We're third generational cannabis farmers, and my wife and I have a small team of deaf growers that we've been working with over the 13 years. And really just became hard for us to be able to communicate at different conferences and events because there's no language for endocannabinoid system. It's all spelling, you know. So we came up with our own, which is endocannabinoid system. Terpenes. It's not just smell, it's not just taste, but how it body, how you ingest. So terpenes. Just a lot of really important things that we feel are important to start the conversation about what cannabis really is, because they're still stuck on all the stigma that's behind cannabis and whatever our government and our officials feed us. So this is the only opportunity for them to actually get a real clear message to them. And by doing this, what we start 13 years, we started on the garden, and it's all regenerative. So we try to do everything by hand, and we teach other deaf people in our community how to be able to do this from home. And you can't do that without language. It's the foundation.
You also do that. You also do that. You also do that for YouTube or like other media, Facebook.
We do have Facebook. We're on other deaf groups within, Facebook and Instagram. We do have YouTube. It's just figuring out all the technical issues that we have with sign language and technology and matching them together. So it's a learning process, and a lot of it we have to do ourselves because nobody really works with their deaf community.
Yeah.
So they don't understand the different points of view and situations.
How many words do you have in your lexicon? How many words did you come up with?
He asked how many words we have. Many. It's something that we're working on slowly and developing it over time.
Yeah.
It's a really good list. We have other deaf people that what do you think? Get different ideas so that we can put it out there, and it's a group of deaf people that are developing it, not just one set.
It's organic. Yeah, it's organic.
Language, yeah.
Hey, can you show us some of maybe the cooler ones? I know you guys had like Cheech and Chong or Sativa Indica hybrid and all that cool stuff. Show us some of the fun ones.
Yeah, Cheech and Chong because of the mustache and the C. Actually have to paint a picture about you or represent what you're talking about. So for us, cannabis is a C around the heart because it's about love, it's about compassion, it's about quality, mission. All those things come from your heart. So for us in our group, represented what cannabis means to us, because it's about love, right? And then we have sativa, which lifts you up. You have indica that puts you down. Hybrid, which you ride in the wave in between, and then ruderalis, because it's off on a beaten path.
Awesome.
I love it.
Wow.
And really, we try to work with other people in the industry to come up with the language as well. I'm not a professional hash maker, so we went and we talked with Frenchie Cannoli.
Right.
We asked him.
Who's one of our icons.
And he's like, no, it's not like this. It's more like this. He really gets into it. He's showing up like, oh. Hash.
Okay. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's Frenchie.
Bomb.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Sativa Indica ruderalis.
Yeah.
These are great, man. I love it.
Yeah, I love this.
She says, we're trying to also develop sign language for like regenerative farming, such as hydroponics and aquaponics, mycorrhizal. Wow. She said lots of different things.
You guys are really, pioneering some major shit. Dude, you guys were on the long list of people, but I'm sorry that you didn't make the 100. But keep at it, because I promise You guys will you'll make the next list down the road. Seriously, you guys are,
It's in time. In time.
I would work for High Times for almost 20 years. And it's one of the most interesting stories I've ever heard. This is really great.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, I want to go back to the. You guys are can still talk. I just want to go back to the group view, guys. What did you think of that? Is it cool to learn that stuff? And
That is so amazing.
Yeah, that was great to see. That was really amazing.
what's the sign for 420? It's just the number, or is there a 420 sign?
420. 420.
4.
Yeah.
Two. Okay. Yeah.
420.
That makes sense. That's
420. Sorry, I'm a little fast.
Next, we're going to the famous Pop Brothers at Law. The Cannabis Talk 101 show was signed with iHeartRadio. So these guys are actually for trading Shut the Fuck Up as two attorneys who go online and they didn't you. But you can't really not say that because it sounds weird. Let's welcome Mark and Craig Wasserman. And now they're trademarking Stay the Fuck Home.
perfect. Hey guys, how are you?
Blessed.
Yeah. That's phenomenal. You're inventing your own language.
We have to. If not,
right.
then who?
Well, languages work like that, I guess, right? That's how they work. Yeah.
Mark and Craig, how are you guys? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right. So tell us a little bit about, the Pop Brothers at Law and how you guys are helping people not self-incriminate, not go to jail with your famous script that you guys have created and even trademarked. Let me see if I have to unmute you. Let's see.
Just not incriminating yourself. And the bottom line is with our script is just shut the fuck up at the end of the day. Don't answer questions. Don't discuss your day. The script came about after actually a fairly long process of figuring out the best way to talk to an officer without incriminating yourself. And because people fall into the trap of alcohol is the best example when they ask, how many have you had tonight? Oh my God, someone had 3 or 4. What are they going to say? They say, I had 1. So you're lying. Don't lie to the police. Never lie to law enforcement. So it's much easier to say, I'm not discussing my day or evening. That's it. And that's really the cornerstone of that starts the script off, where you're just not discussing your day. At the end of the day, just a little brightness there, no problem.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's beautiful out there right now.
So what is the police reaction usually when you say I'm not discussing my day? Because in my experience, the police would be very perturbed by that kind of answer.
Well, you know what? It's pardon the French, F them if they don't like it. We preach being polite about asserting your rights, and we get it across the board. We actually have law enforcement DM us on our IG thanking us for keeping them safe. Because if you stick to what we say, if they say get out of the car, put your hands behind your back, you get out and you listen. Now, they might not be right at the end of the day. If you didn't consent, if you didn't say anything to incriminate yourself, we could fairly well get you off the matter depending on the situation. But you're just not helping yourself by saying anything to law enforcement. So we preach, do it respectfully.
Sure.
Politely. If they get upset, they're going to get upset. We've had a couple of videos recently where someone, not a client, a follower, did what we said and taped it, and the officer wasn't very happy about it, and but he ended up letting them go at the end of the day. So we get that a lot. We get that a lot of questions from minorities as well, but we get a lot of support from the minority community regarding this is a better alternative, because if an officer is going to beat up a minority, he's going to do it no matter what you say. If you just stick to our script and say literally nothing, and you get attacked, it's going to be a much better case in court when you just didn't do anything but try to comply and was respectful.
And what do they say? What if they say, we're getting the dogs? You better tell us that we're going to bring the dogs. Because they always say
I'm not discussing my day. And if they're going to bring the dogs, they're going to bring the dogs.
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Well, yeah, but you say that next. But the problem people get into is when they get hammered with all these questions. It's the same question, the same answer. I'm not discussing my day or night. If they ask for consent, I do not consent. And, if they want to search it, you're going to step aside, not get in their way, but you're not going to consent, period. So they can say whatever they want to say. They're going to do ultimately whatever they're going to do. With anybody consenting or talking is just taking away any type of defense you possibly could have if they should find something later down the road that you might not have should have had.
So you guys actually do the script together. Can you guys run through that for us right now?
We can.
Sure, absolutely. All right. So when the cops first pull you over, big brother, after you're done drinking out of your red cup, you wouldn't be drinking and having a red cup.
I'm not. This is actually a little bit of Diet Coke.
Okay. Diet Coke. What do you say when the cops first pull you over?
Sir, why'd you pull me over?
And when they start asking questions like, how many drinks have you had, or what's that smell?
I'm not discussing my day, sir.
And right now you might hear, there's a stay-at-home order. Why are you out?
And going to get my cannabis, which the government has deemed an essential. So that's where I'm going.
Well, you're probably going to get some heroin and cocaine too, right?
Sir, am I being detained or am I free to go?
You're being detained. You're being detained. Get out of the car.
Officer, I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right.
And then what do?
I shut the fuck up. Period. End of story.
That's it.
No matter what else they do or say, you don't say anything. I'm not discussing my day. I want to talk to my lawyer. And if you're lucky enough to have been somewhere where we've been, you get one of our cards. All this is on the back of the card, along with a big inscription. I do not consent to any searches. I want to call my lawyer, and they're going to have to come up with some pretty good probable cause. That's what I was going to say before to the other gentleman's comment, that most people, if they're hammered enough by the police, and the police can lie to you about their ability and what their probable cause is, and we're going to get in there anyways, no matter what. And then you say, okay, go ahead. Bam, you're done. So no matter what they say, you never consent and you STFU. And that's gotten my son off of several felonies twice back in the day when it was medical and Prop 420 was in force in California.
All right. Well, appreciate that sage advice. I'll definitely give it a try. I hope I never have to, but
hopefully never use it. Never need it.
But
well, and it's weird too right now because prior to these stay-at-home orders, I should say, prior to the stay-at-home orders, it was strictly those 25 words that you say, and that's it. Now with what's going on, we get questions all the time from people, what do I say? And that's why we added now what we call the script with a twist, that if you only should be out taking care of an essential matter, and that's something you can tell the cops. And then we got people who said, well, I don't want to talk to them at all. Well, then you treat it like any other traffic stop. You stick to the 25 words, don't say a word, get your ticket for $1,000. And then when we go to court, we'll prove with whatever evidence you have that you were out for an essential reason, essential matter, helping some, whatever it is. Yeah. But that's the difference now.
Yeah, normally it wouldn't be their business where you were going or where you were coming from. Normally it's just none of their business. And that's one of their first big questions they normally ask. That's why I'm not discussing my day. But now out of respect, and I think people should be at home, you better be going to get, groceries, help an elder one, cannabis. I mean, that's actually, it's hilarious. Sir, I'm going to go get my cannabis. Just imagine that.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine that. Sir, I'm going to go. It's essential. It's deemed essential by the state. I have to go get it. You know, be sure you're going to go get it. Make sure you're really out there for those reasons. In my opinion.
All right. I would like to bring in another guest who's lined up. He's a legendary underground grower who is well respected in the cultivation community. If he's there, Mr. Mel Frank.
I can't believe he's on the phone. I'm like,
Chloe, do you know who this other person in the waiting room is? I don't know who they are.
Well, there's Blue, I think, is in there. If you could bring in Blue, Christopher Wright, our co-host of Cannabis Talk 101.
Oh, okay. Is that who it is? All right.
Yes, he's in the. There he is.
there he is.
There he is.
Oh, hey, Blue.
Is Joe Grande with you guys?
He's supposed. Who? He was fired. Didn't you hear the podcast dropped today, and we fired Joe?
Oh, okay.
We fired Joe Grande from the podcast. Oh, up there he is.
Not with us.
And since it's getting merrier, we're going to bring in Dan Herrer and April Black, my wife.
Nice.
So now we got a real party going on.
All right, Dan.
Ooh.
All right. Let's see if I hope Mel Frank comes through. Hey, babe, how are you? coming to you live from our backyard.
I'm gonna. Okay.
Dan Herrer. Welcome. Thanks for joining.
What's up, Dan? What's up, Dan?
What's up, Dan?
What up, Dan? Good to see you again.
So before we get into all of our next conversation, I wanted to say, Chloe, part of what we have to do on this free
Bobby changed the video feed.
Is we have to read the names of all the people who won the awards. So we're going to do a quick read down of the names, and you guys can listen and react, because I don't think, have you all had a chance to read all the names?
It's in front of me, but I can get it 1 second.
People.
Have you guys all seen the names of the winners, the 100 people?
I have not.
I don't believe so.
See, this is why it's important. We have to let everyone watching know who these 100 icons are that we're celebrating. So,
nice.
Bobby, what about all these sick videos we had? We didn't play any of those.
I know I was having trouble with the video interface. That's why I could try to play a video if you like. Yeah, let's play a video.
We looked at the video feeds.
Yes.
Give me a moment, and we will get a video going. I have a 420 sing-along, which is real fun. I've got some cool promo educational videos as well. So let's see if I can make it happen.
Talk about the icons.
Guys, it's Danny. I'm going to say goodnight. Happy 420. Thank you for having me. I'm honored. It's a pleasure. And thanks. Have a good rest of the evening. Enjoy the West Coast 420. I'll be enjoying it myself as well. So take care. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Danny.
Bye,
Thank you, Danny.
Nice meeting you. Happy 420.
420.
Yeah, does it make it easier for you if, like, I jump off?
No, no. We want
to stick around, but I wasn't sure I was making it hard by sticking around.
All right, I'm going to try to play a video now. A little message from somebody. Hold on.
A little message from somebody.
Welcome to the Cannabis Business Awards. Cannabis is the fastest growing industry in America, pun intended. You can believe me when I tell you that cannabis saves lives. Congratulations to all of our winners. Be sure to check out Cloverleaf University, the first department of higher education in cannabis.
No.
Yeah.
Bobby, I'm going to sleep here. It's late here in Holland.
Right.
So,
all right, my
sorry.
friend.
Happy 420.
Happy
420.
420.
421.
421. All right.
See the light. Oh,
Mila, are you going to bed as well?
pretty much because we don't get to see the live screen anymore.
Yeah, you do. If you press it and then press up in the left hand side and it says, like, I don't know,
Gallery.
gallery. It didn't show up on mine because it was already there.
Yeah, there should be a little button on the left, upper left that says gallery.
Look to the left of the screen, gallery.
I want to thank you very much for putting this on. It's been awesome, and especially the sign language. That was really spectacular. I never saw it like it.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being with us, Mila. You know that Chloe and I
Aloha, Mila.
love you, and I'm so happy you could be with us.
Happy 420.
Happy 420.
Happy 420.
Happy 420. Wow.
So now who we got left? All right, we got a new mix. It's a new combo of folks. Introduce yourselves if you haven't been up yet. Who do we got here? We've got Blue Cannabis Talk 101. What's up, Blue?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Doing good. So are you one of the hosts of Cannabis Talk 101?
I am actually. I founded the company, and
you founded it. I created it. It was me. I created it.
I found the Pot Brothers at Law.
I created it.
What's up, Jerry?
sorry. He is the creator of Cannabis Talk 101. Blue, take it away.
Yes. No, well, first of all, I'm fortunate to be here with all of you amazing folks, and happy 420 to all of you. I want to tell you all that I do appreciate every one of you guys for what you do for our community. And, it means a lot. We do a lot of hard work out here, and we're consistent, and it's not easy, unless you love it, and you obviously do. So happy 420, and hope you guys get to enjoy our new podcast. We just dropped on iHeartRadio. We just signed with iHeartRadio, and we are the first podcast to go live with iHeartRadio. So we're so excited.
Hey, I got a quick question. What link do I give other people who want to see this on Facebook?
They go to the Cannabis Business Awards Facebook page. So it's facebook.com/Canna Awards.
All right, I'll send that out.
It's the one I texted to you.
Oh, Craig. By the way, that's Craig Wasserman right there, the Pot Brothers in Law, also on Cannabis Talk 101.
Yeah, I introduced myself before you got on board.
I tried. You started talking, and
Thank you.
Joe Grande's in the building right here, Cannabis Talk.
How you guys doing? I don't know if anybody can hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3.
So,
hey, Blue, that's not fair. You didn't introduce Joe properly.
Please do, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Because this guy who's across from me in some Zoom rather than next to me on the mic, he's no stranger to the mic because you've seen him on Big Boys Neighborhood, Ryan Seacrest, Fox, and the NBC Sports Network. I call him the round mound of radio, but you could call him Joe.
Joe Grande. Like Blue said, you guys have Joe Grande from Cannabis Talk 101, and our podcast debuted today, just a little while ago, on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And we are literally the first cannabis podcast to partner with iHeartMedia. So it's a big deal that a lot of people go follow it and check it out because of the fact that we actually partnered up with them and they're pushing it out there. So for those who follow podcasts, please go follow ours and like it. We'll be starting new podcasts every Tuesdays and Thursdays. So today, of course, it's Monday, but starting Thursday, we'll have our second one up there, and then every week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I do a segment called Go Green, where I'm talking a lot about financial scenarios in cannabis, whether it be research or companies buying other companies. Blue does a segment called Making Waves, where maybe he's talking about one of you guys out there and how you're doing big things in the cannabis space and your social media. And then Mark Wasserman does a segment called When Cannabis Goes Bad, which is awesome because he's always talking about somebody who basically fucked up in the game, or the propaganda of the cannabis where it's, a big drug bust and the guy had a machine gun and a bunch of meth, but they blame it on cannabis. So
yeah,
talk stories like that as well. And then Craig Wasserman does Cannabis News. if he could ever get through with it, if he's not drinking too much that day with the coronavirus. With the coronavirus, it's been a little funny lately as we all record remotely, and his red cup seems to show up more than he does. But
Diet Coke. Diet Coke.
Yeah. There it is. There's the red cup. But that's a little bit about the show. So I hope you guys take a look at it, and thank you all for what you guys all do for the industry. Appreciate you.
That was Joe's selfless promotion right there.
Yeah.
That's nothing about me.
First of all, let me thank you guys one more time for putting this whole thing on. We love you guys, and it's amazing that you invited us to be part of it. And thank you so much again.
I do have a question for Bobby.
Yeah.
Can you play the theme song to the Brady Bunch? That's all I'm thinking about now when I'm looking at these squares. I'm like,
I can try. I'd have to find a video of it and download it and and play it.
So here, well, hey, whoever sees this and wants to create that, because somebody is going
meme us. Yeah, meme us.
Someone's going to create that, and we should be a part of it.
The Buddy Bunch. This is my new podcast called Canthropology, World of Cannabis. So just launched this month, and on a bunch of different podcast streaming. So check it out when you get a chance. I've been listening to some of your stuff lately, and very nice, man. I like it.
Thank you.
Look forward to having you on the show and being on yours as well. That'd be great.
Yeah, come on, Arsh. We can promote your show.
Sure.
All right. So now we have Landon McNamara, who is a pro surfer and a very big up-and-coming musician, reggae musician out in Hawaii. Let's see. What's up, Landon? Can you hear?
How's it, everybody? Again, happy 420, everybody.
Happy 420.
420, brother.
Where you guys all at right now?
Southern California,
Colorado, Cali, New York,
Colorado.
I'm
West
like
Hollywood.
New
We got some surf over here this morning. Over there.
Oregon represented.
New Jersey. Well, countdown to 420 now, so.
That's right, it's getting down to the wire.
Yeah, I got a couple being rolled up on the side here, so we can I'll jump in on a couple together.
All right.
Absolutely. I am ready.
We got Bubble Man.
I got a first one already.
Man, what's up?
What's up? This is right from the backyard in Hawaii.
That's great.
What's going on, Jay?
What's up?
What's going on, Chloe?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing really good. It's nice to be a part of the chat here.
Nice,
bro. Hey,
How
what's
are you,
up,
Dr. Dina? Hey, Dr. Dina. I want to say hi to Dr. Dina.
Hi. Happy 420.
Yeah, look, I'm
having trouble keeping track of everybody now. I don't know if it's because if there's more screens or I'm just getting higher and higher. So
I'm gonna head out, guys. It's my dinner time here in Canada, but I just want to say thank you so much, Chloe, for having me, and nice to meet all of you. And I hope to see you guys at some of my podcasts in the future.
Cool. Where can we find you online? What do you got going on?
Yeah, you can find me at _ Alyssa Boston. And I've been doing a lot of podcasts lately and some YouTube. So feel free to connect, and I'd love to connect with all you guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Alyssa.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. All right. So we got Mel Frank on the call.
Yeah. Is he there?
He might not be able to hear us, but he's here. He says he can hear us, but he can't.
I keep adding him, but he never shows up. So.
Hey guys, this is Dave. Just to let you know, Mel, he's having technical difficulties. He's on an older computer. I don't think he has a mic or a camera, but he's here. He wants to let everyone know happy 420, and thank you for the nomination as well.
I'm sorry, who is that?
This is Dave. I'm a cultivator from California, a friend of Mel.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying to coordinate and make sure Mel gets on, but he's on an older computer. he doesn't quite have access, but he can see everybody, but he doesn't have a microphone, or I guess he can't work on the other side.
All right, let's.
All right, Mel, say hi.
Well, Mel, thanks for trying. Thanks for being here, and thanks for trying.
What's up?
Rohan in the house. Respect to the Dabbas.
Yes.
Dabbas. Rohan, what's up?
Blessed.
Happy 420.
Happy 420.
Give thanks.
This is so sad. This is an empty hippie hill in San Francisco on a 420.
Wow.
Yep.
That's
crazy.
How many years has that been going on?
Since at least 1996.
Bunch of different people podcasting.
Wow.
A lot of
Chloe, looking beautiful.
4 minutes. 4 minutes.
Landon. We got surfers over here from Hawaii. We got Jerome. We got Rick.
Jerome. What's up, buddy?
Hey.
Yo.
With us on this 420, brother.
Yeah, man.
Where are you coming from, Rohan? Where are you?
I'm in Miami.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Miami vibes. Yeah.
Oh, I can't complain about those vibes.
Quarantining, you know?
Yeah, we know all about that.
Yeah.
All right, we got 3 minutes to 420.
All
right.
Oh, man.
Yeah, my crew was giving me crap about my age, so I had to stay in the house.
420, I'm sure.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
I've been for 20 already twice. Yo, bring me
I love it.
We did it at one. We did Eastern 420 as well at 120.
Yeah.
Western time. My clock broke at 420 this morning, so I haven't stopped.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah. Hey, Dan, you gonna smoke with us?
Yeah, buddy. I'm trying to open up my box of
What's happening?
right
He's driving.
Guys.
That's
been burning all day.
That I
What party? Yo.
I get to enjoy 420 twice.
We got quite the posse in here. Rocking quite the posse.
420 cars, so.
Yeah, what a great group of people changing the world.
Yeah, we just want to say
right now.
it's an honor to be amongst you. I mean, even though we didn't win an award, I'd take an honorable mention any day of the week. You know, God bless you guys. Thank you guys for everything. You guys,
is honest, man. You're changing the world.
we're trying.
For real.
Hey, big ups to Landon McNamara holding it down over there in Oahu, bro.
Oh, thank you guys. I'm happy I get to
You've been holding it down for a
enjoy
long
420 twice. It's only 220 over here, and or 120. So.
You got a couple more to go, baby.
1 minute. Come on, I gotta build that thing. Put it here, buddy. Come on. And I spark one. It's all right. I got enough time.
Before.
All right,
420, baby.
Hold on.
420.
We doing a countdown?
I'm California, yeah. I'm looking for the time. Yeah.
Like 5 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 420. We did it. We actually got it right on time. Woo! Yeah.
Right.
Smoke them if you got them.
I never thought.
I don't think I've got to smoke at 420 exactly. I don't know how many years, because we're always doing something and we miss it, it seems like.
Same.
Cheers, everybody.
Happy 420.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's a Jamaican spliff.
Fast. The only way we can do this now is a virtual pass.
What
Here, take that.
Happy 4th.
Left.
All right.
I don't know where do I go.
Yeah. Yeah, Chloe.
Rohan Marley, big ups, brother. Respect.
Yeah,
Respect every time.
respect to all of you guys inside of here.
Here's to everyone.
Hey.
So,
Awesome.
Pretty much done.
All right.
Manila.
Now it's a party.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna go jump in the ocean. Love to all of you guys.
Respect.
Mahalo for
Respect.
having me, Chloe, and
Good
everybody
idea.
else.
Respect,
Hopefully link
Chloe.
up with any of you guys anywhere in the world sometime soon. Aloha.
Yeah, man.
Come
Aloha.
to visit, Rohan. Make room for me in the guest bedroom.
Absolutely. Family.
Sleeping bag.
So, Rohan, speaking of family, you know, your dad. You should probably mention your dad. I mean, he's beyond a 420 icon. He's a legend, and he's done so much to move the conversation forward and express the spirit of love and peace that the herb brings. You know, tell us a little about your, you know, how you feel about herb and everything that your family's been involved with and
Yeah.
moving it forward.
Well, you know, for us, herb is a medicine, you know, from really in regards to a spiritual movement. And to us as Rastafari people, herb is a sacrament. And we smoke the herb because we smoke the herb in order to elevate the mind in for the consciousness, you know what I mean? Being able to connect to the universe and get the right side and the left side of the brain functioning on the same level, you know. So for us, herb is very special, and you know we fight for the freedom of herb because we know it's a medicine, and we don't think one should be persecuted for that. So we're also part of that movement in regards to the movement of herb. Yeah, I'm up on the call, so you know what I'm saying. Yeah, so that kind of to we as the Marley family, we'll forever be up front with herb and be the forefront of herb and continue to spread the message of peace and love while we share the herbs together, because herb is part of a union. Herb is a togetherness, and you know, like my father say, herb is a plant, and not only is it a plant, but it's a medicinal plant for so much healing, and it's one thing that also brings us together, like Chloe, you know, has done with this call here, to unite us from all walks of life for the same cause, you know, for the herbs. So that's kind of how we feel about herbs.
Yeah.
That's well said.
Yes, sir.
Very well said.
Blessed love.
April and I have a great affection for Rasta culture and Jamaica in general, and we've gone down many times, and we do we would have been in Jamaica right now. We do our annual 420 trip to Jamaica, baked on the beach. It's a week-long fun time in Jamaica, and it includes lots of Rastafari culture and tradition. And we actually have a little video that we put together for today to show our love for Jamaica and 420. If you guys don't mind, would you mind? It's only 2 minutes long.
Please.
Yeah, man.
Go for it.
Please. Yeah, man.
You guys should do tours to Bob's house on his birthday. That is one of the greatest gatherings ever.
Yeah, we do, you know.
I know, I'm there every year, man. I'm telling Bobby and April they should do tours there.
Oh,
always in Hawaii.
All right, guys.
Such a good
Indulge me for a moment.
Indulge.
Yeah, man.
Guys, say hello to the video, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm April Black with Higher Way Travel. And for the past few years, we've been going down to Jamaica to celebrate the high holidays with our annual Baked on the Beach event. But this year, just like all of you, we've had to cancel our plans due to COVID-19. Since we can't be there in person, we thought we'd take you all on a virtual tour. I hope you enjoy. Known as the land of wood and water, Jamaica is home to the beautiful Blue Mountains, where they grow some of the world's best coffee and ganja. The Rastafari religion, which was born in Jamaica, views ganja as a sacrament, making it a hot spot for cannabis tourism for around half a century. The island is also home to a number of rivers, all which glide out into the Caribbean Sea, as well as the world-famous 7 Mile Beach in Negril, renowned for its clear, calm waters and sensational sunsets. Here, you can hop on a catamaran up the coast and enjoy swimming and some snorkeling. Half an hour from Negril, we like to stay off the beach in a sleepy little fishing town called Little Bay. Little Bay is also home to some of the island's most abundant ganja fields, which we always enjoy touring with our guests. 420, the traditional Rasta steam chalice smoking ceremony is always one of the trip's highlights. Sad we're not able to get baked on the beach this year. I know next year we will return and it will be bigger and better than before.
Rastafari.
Families and smoke together on this special day. We can take comfort in the fact that no matter where we are in the world, we can all share the joyful spirit of 420. The world. Sacred healing powers of this blessed herb that we love so much.
Thank you for joining us for this historic broadcast.
Happy 420, everyone.
Yeah.
Nice. That was great.
That was
We need the lives. Just growing cannabis, man, we haven't been nowhere.
Thanks for what'd you think, guys?
Good one, very good.
Yeah,
Great memories.
we really bummed about not go down there this year, but hey, I'm so happy we were able to do this. I really am.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been
Yes, Chloe. Big up to Chloe.
Yes.
Thank you, Chloe.
Thank you for coming today.
Give thanks.
Yes.
So, all right then. So later.
Yeah.
Respect, it's my brother's birthday today.
Oh,
happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Woo! Yes,
Really?
It's only Stephen Marley birthday, April 20th.
Oh, no kidding, really?
No kidding.
How do I not know that?
That's
My
great.
nephew's birthday too.
Yeah,
That could not have been an accident.
Yeah, my nephew. I said that's my nephew.
You know Bob. You know how Bob is.
on his earth strong.
Yeah, respect.
Respect, Rohan. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right.
One love.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Fuck,
Yes.
we're experts. We're experts at these
Here.
things, man. And half the time, more than half the time, it's
A great
A
show.
shit show.
So, Chloe, do you
Come on,
think
call
maybe
it.
now we could read the list? Let's read the list.
Oh, now I'm so fucking high, Bobby. But
Perfect timing.
There you go.
You don't want to? All right.
I'll read the list. Can I come up there and read the list?
I'm gonna do. Chloe and I are gonna do 10 and 10 names back and forth.
There you go. That's sweet.
Okay. I'm down here. I'm upstairs. Bobby's upstairs and I'm downstairs.
are we going under the folder of icons list alphabetized?
Yeah, or you could use the graphic I sent. That's the final version too.
This is are they in this order?
In the graphic, in the black graphic that I did here.
That little one, I'm way too high for that. But let me just look at it real quick.
Hey, got to be honest.
You'll be fine.
Let's see here. Yeah, let's read them out of the document, Bobby. It's
Let me see if I could send it to you.
This is the fun stuff of putting on an online event.
It's all part of the
21st century, baby.
Yeah, it's all part of it.
We're all doing it.
Really was.
That's right.
There. You should be able to. You should be able to enlarge that one. Hopefully.
One you just sent me?
Yeah.
Via
Just
what-
enlarge it with you know.
Where'd you send it?
To your texted.
Okay,
All right.
let's do it.
Boom.
All right. So we get, and now we shall begin the reading of the names. The 100 greatest top 420 icons of all time.
It's amazing.
And I will begin us off with Michael Aldrich.
Yeah, man.
Tom Alexander. Louis Armstrong.
Yeah.
Jerome Baker.
Yeah.
Tim Blake from the Emerald Cup.
Yeah.
Dana Beal, friend of yours, Rick. Renus Bentama. Now, does any of you guys know who Renus Bentama is? He's Dutch.
No.
This guy is amazing. He's one of Jair's friends. He has been giving free cannabis oil to cancer patients in Holland for years, and it's totally illegal. It's not allowed. In fact, they consider it a hard drug, concentrates. But he's been making it and giving it for free to patients for years, and he's up to 20,000 patients he's giving medicine to for free or for small donations.
God bless him.
And now he's going to court, and the Dutch government is like bringing him in to determine, like, well, what are we going to do with this guy? Like, he's flagrantly defying the law, but you know, look at what he's doing. He's not making a profit. He's not making a profit.
It's like putting Mother Teresa in jail.
I think so.
Dr. Dina,
Okay, I'm gonna keep going with the list. We've got Doug Benson, who was supposed to be joining us. I hope he makes it. He's supposed to be here soon. Chloe, you're up.
Adam Brook.
Yeah, Adam.
The Brotherhood of Eternal Love.
Hell yeah.
Dina Browner.
Hey,
Dina.
Yay.
Where are you?
Face. Brownie Mary.
Yeah.
Brownie
Rest in peace.
Bernard Brunning.
Bernard Bruning, yeah. Opened the first coffee shop in Amsterdam, LEO.
Hello.
Tony Budden. We just had Tony on.
Yes, we had Tony on earlier in the show.
Frenchie Cannoli.
Yeah, Frenchie.
Frenchie. Yeah.
Cervantes.
Gentleman and scholar.
And Chong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cons.
All right, now we're getting up to some real icons in growing and breeding and stuff. We've got ChemDog, perpetrator of the strain that we all enjoy and love so much, and all that came from it, Sour Diesel, all that great stuff. We've got Robert Connell Clark, a hash, one of the most knowledgeable people on hash in the world and on cannabis, author. Valerie Corral, pioneering medical marijuana activist in California. Dave Crockett from Crockett Family Farms. He what he's done genetically, he changed the market so much with Tangy and strawberry banana. I mean, wow, Tangy just like took over for a long time. Rick Cusick.
Hello.
So hey, in the room, how many?
Congratulations, Rick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next, we got Cypress Hill. We were hoping to get Be Real to come on, but he's got his own streaming event, as so many other cannabis pot stars do. But that's all good. The Daga couple, who I haven't just started learning about, but Jair told me about them, and it's really fascinating what this couple, also in South Africa, are doing with hemp, with medical marijuana. Just really amazing activism. Danny Danko, who is no longer with us. Oh, well, he's alive, but he's not in the room. But he was earlier, so Danny Danko. And then, is that my last one?
I have no idea. I can't.
All right, I'll do
I'll do one more. Steve D'Angelo. Steve D'Angelo, owner of Harborside. Very outspoken activist. So, Chloe, it's your turn.
Steve Vries.
Hank DeVries.
DeVries. Okay.
He owns the Bulldog in Amsterdam.
One of my favorite places. I love that spot.
One of the first shops. Yeah, go.
DJ Short.
Legendary breeder.
Aaron with DNA Genetics.
Yeah, Don and Aaron for sure.
Douglas Dre Cup, which is also known as Hitman Glass.
Hitman Dougie, yeah.
I ever had was Hitman. Dr. Dre. Love Dr. Dre.
Yeah. The Chronic. He gets it just for that alone.
Yeah. The best records of all time. Ben Dronkers, a very, very amazing person. Opened the Hash Museum in Spain, Amsterdam, and has just done some incredible work. Sensi Seeds. I think the Sensi
Hemp Flax.
Yeah, where I want to go.
Truly legendary dude, man. Yeah.
Most definitely. Adam Dunn.
Adam.
Friend of ours, original.
What up, Adam?
The Dunn Deal.
Yeah. Right Productions, right?
Yeah.
Richard Eastman.
Yay, Richard Eastman.
Yeah.
He wins, he's such a good guy.
Hardcore to the core.
Yep.
William Eidelman, who I think he was actually your father's doctor, Dan, who gave him his marijuana card back in the day.
Dr. Eidelman.
Yeah.
Yep. Him and I think it was him and Tommy went down together.
Yeah.
Wow.
The real
iconic.
Know about Dr. Eidelman is he actually studied under the last class of Osho in India. And so if you ever want to have some amazing conversations with him, enlightened, he's just such an incredible person. I would encourage all of you to really reach out and know him because he's such a great human. Charlotte Figge, we all know the little girl who passed away, and she was inspiration behind Charlotte's Web with the Stanley brothers, and she had Dravet syndrome, so she would have hundreds of seizures a day, and she was finally able to have somewhat of a normal life using cannabis and CBD, which goes back to what we were talking about earlier on how it's medicine. It's very essential right now. It's important because it's saving a lot of lives. So we remember her and utmost of graces as the little angel that she is for everything she's done for us.
Yeah. And always will be.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Is that 10?
I don't know, but
A couple more.
Okay.
Porcade.
Tom Prasad.
Okay.
The founder of High Times, notorious cannabis smuggler and Zippy.
Yeah.
Zippy.
Malfred, who is actually on the call with us. Actually, he's looking to be admitted again. Let's see if we can get him in here.
I've done it so many times and he's never there. So I keep trying.
He always disappoints
I keep trying to get him in.
The legend.
But I know.
All right.
All right, Malfred.
If he pops up, we'll be happy. Go ahead.
You go.
All right. We got Gatewood Galbraith.
Yeah, Gatewood.
Cannabis
politician. And the cannabis preacher.
Cannabis preacher.
Yeah.
Right on.
Good man. Really good man.
We've got your former partner or your current partner, Whoopi Goldberg, Rick.
Woo-hoo!
She's obviously a cannabis icon. Stands up for the plant and the medicine and all that good stuff. The Grateful Dead, duh, no brainer. I mean, yeah, they're on the list. None more to be said. Rick Griffin, who is another, like Pat Ryan, one of the really early best concert rock art posters and weed art posters from the Haight-Ashbury era. Did so many of the Fillmore posters. Really brilliant art. Dr. Lester Grinspoon, another person that Rick, I know
I talked with him this afternoon.
How's he doing?
He's doing fine. He's happy. He's very safe. He's in a old folks home, a really nice one, and they run the show over there. And I talked about him and his wife earlier today. They're doing great.
I would have loved to have invited him on, but I was worried I'd be disturbing him, so I didn't bother.
Yeah, he doesn't do our stuff anymore, but he's. I mean,
he would have been very welcome if he, But all right, so let's keep rolling down. Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
Oh yeah,
he's
everywhere. You know, a lot of people are like,
he's
"Oh,
a latecomer, but he's still part of the community now."
He changed the game. He changed the conversation in such a big way by preaching to not to our people, but to the people that were against us, and helping to turn so many people onto the truth. You know, so he gets a lot of props. A lot of props.
Yeah, possible for a lot of other people to stand up for their children that were scared because they lived in other random states that wouldn't let them.
Yeah, Stephen Hager.
Hey.
A controversial figure to some, but I will say a truly worthy of recognition. Not just for creating the Cannabis Cup, which is an incredible legacy to have started, but for how he rescued and nurtured High Times for so many years. But you know, he's a good guy, man. He's very smart. He's a good guy.
Does he have the origin of 420? Is he the oracle? Does he have the origin? Is it right?
Yeah,
the Waldos.
The Waldos is the correct story. Yes,
he took the story of the Waldos and just put it to cult status.
He blew it up. Yeah, he got the real story and then he published it. Yeah.
He suppressed a lot of the other stuff, but that's.
I've been reading about Steve lately, and the thing is, Steve did 3 things that actually changed everything, and possibly we wouldn't have the legalization we have if he didn't do those things. One is when he took over High Times, he got rid of all the other drugs and just used marijuana and psychedelics. No more cocaine, no more of that crap. And that was before the Curve. Curve came right after that. So he was visionary in that regard. He also, Jack Herr told me that what kicked him into the big time was Steve Herr. So, I mean, Steve knocked Jack Herr into the big time. That was Jack told me himself. So that's 2 things. And the third thing was he founded Amsterdam. He started the Cannabis Cup.
Yeah. All right. I got to keep this moving. Let's try to keep the responses quick because we got 10 minutes left and I want to get through the list. So, all right, we're going to roll through. We got Woody.
I have to jump, but I just want to say happy 420. I love you all, and hope this next 420, we will be able to celebrate together.
Yes,
we will. Thank you, Dina. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for your help.
Thank you, Dina.
Thank you.
All right. Are you still going, Bobby?
All right. So, yeah, we're going. We got Woody Harrelson, Hugh Hefner.
Yep.
Jack Herr. I will pause for a moment just for that because we have Dan in the room. Jack Herr needs a little bit of focus. So, you know, obviously The Emperor Wears No Clothes, huge impact, inspired so many people. He believed in and fought for the plant for his whole life. Any thoughts on your dad and him being inducted into the top icons of all time?
Well, I think he's ever present in many people's minds and narratives of cannabis or their beginnings or their understanding of it. And I think there's an entire generation that's yet to really understand how many people like my father, like Dennis Perone, you know, like Gatewood, you know, like Steve, have contributed to the opportunities and the possibilities of the future. So it's and then this month we've re-released The Emperor Wears No Clothes for the first time on digital format. So new generations can read it. It's an interactive version available for $9.99.
Love it.
It's just it's never been that inexpensive other than free.
Right.
Awesome. Well,
so I did that this month for my dad, and you know,
very cool.
It'll never be out of print again.
That's fantastic, man. Well, we all loved your dad, and you know, his impact is huge. So I'm going to keep going down the list. Keys Hokert is a name a lot of people haven't really heard, but I had the fortune of meeting and interviewing him a while ago. He was the man who had the boat in Amsterdam that was the first grow boat. And he was a provocateur in Amsterdam, and he grew a weed garden, and he would give the plants away for free, and his boat became the first unofficial coffee shop in Holland, and then the first official ones opened right soon after, you know. So, but anyway, Keith Hokert, and then old Ed Holloway, who is a underground legendary guy who brought a bunch of amazing genetics around from different parts of the world and helped grow that whole scene. Marcus, do you know anything about him?
I know that when he was damn near 90 years old, he came over to my booth at the top floor of the PAX Party House and took a huge rip of a bubble hash and like on the ground in front of me, and everyone looked at me like, bro, you fucking killed old Ed. And he just like popped me up and sort of was like, oh, that's some good shit, and shuffled up. That was one of my last experiences with Ed. It was just like, my heart was beating so fast. I was like, oh, not Ed.
Yeah. Okay, good. So, the next one's Mila Jansen, who we had on here earlier, obviously. Jay and Silent Bob. They are stoner icons in the movie world, and I get a kick out of their movies, or at least most of them. And I'll leave it off with Governor Gary Johnson, who was the first like pro-pot presidential candidate who I got to interview at the offices of High Times. A presidential candidate, a legitimate one, like a former governor, came to the office of High Times and was interviewed. So that was pretty fucking cool, I thought. So he's on the list. Chloe, do you want to take over after Gary Johnson?
Yeah. Boston George Young. Michael Kennedy. Kyle Cushman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Kyle.
Oh, the man, legend.
Our boy.
Indeed.
I smoked my first joint with Kyle after legalization there in California. Timothy Leary. Legend.
Yes, indeed.
Legend.
Marijuana. 1969.
He overturned the Marijuana Act. Yeah.
1937 Tax Act. Yep.
Yeah. Eddie Lepp.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie.
Way to go, Eddie.
Franco Loha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Franco from the greenhouse.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Franco. Bill Maher.
Yeah. Speaking truth to power.
Madeline Martinez.
Yeah. World famous Cannabis Cafe.
Yeah. Vivian McPeak.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Seattle hemp.
Die hard soul of Seattle.
Yeah.
Coolest dude. Well, not long haired anymore, but long haired rocker guy. Him and I get along so good.
Yeah, that's the person. Dr. Raphael Meshulam.
Meshulam. Yeah. Isolated THC.
Yeah. Okay, Bobby, it's all you. Unless you want me to keep going.
Where are we at? We're at Meshulam.
Yeah, Dr.
Robert Melamede, Bob Melamede, helped discover and isolate the endocannabinoid system. I mean, like, wow, like, hey, I discovered a whole system of the body that no one knew existed until now, even with all of modern medicine. Like,
Dr. Raphael Meshulam's the one who discovered the endocannabinoid system, but Dr. Bob is wonderful.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Method Man and Red Man. Rap heroes. Dr. Todd Mikaria. Another legendary
early on
medical supporter. Willie Nelson, of course.
Woo!
Really?
Absolutely one of the biggest pot stars ever in the world.
He's always been a fan of farming.
David Peel. I miss David Peel so much.
Yeah, he just passed away.
Yeah, I think they're doing a tribute to him somewhere today online. But anyway, what a great guy. John Lennon's little homeboy, and
he on that
marijuana minstrel.
Yeah, he backed up John Lennon.
Dennis Perone.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
big shoes to fill. Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
First gold medal.
Got lots of big lungs.
Olympian.
Got great lungs. He can take the bomb hit.
Yeah.
I think the most gold medals of any Olympian, and he smokes pot.
Came out the green closet.
Robert Platshorn, Black Tuna.
30 years in jail, and he came out one of the most decent guys you'll ever want to meet. A really, really, really good guy. 30 years in jail for marijuana.
Yeah, and they never even caught it. Like they didn't have the stuff. They didn't have like
the whole thing was covered in high times in
it was
1981.
a circumstantial conspiracy kind of charge too. Man.
Yeah.
Government. And Marcus Richardson. Well, here we go.
Here you go. Yeah, here you go.
How are you?
I'm just coughing my ass off a huge tab that I took.
Marcus,
Nice.
the man, the legend.
Doing my part.
Awesome.
So yeah, man. Congrats.
Thanks.
And then we got the Rogan brothers, as I like to call them, Joe Rogan and Seth Rogan, even though they're not brothers.
I didn't know those guys were related. Really?
I can see. And then we got Ed Rosenthal.
Oh yeah,
another character in our community, but one of the most respected and you know,
in Hawaii we say
grow gurus ever.
Edward Grow.
Edward Grow.
Edward Grow.
Right. We got Arian Roskim, Pat Ryan, Carl Sagan.
Carl Sagan.
Yeah.
Matt Tucker.
Hello.
Lost. John Sinclair, who we just had on.
We discussed, yeah.
Skunkman Sam.
Skunkman Sam.
Simon Smith.
Serious Seeds.
Yeah. Soma. Soma Seeds.
Soma.
Yeah.
Soma.
Bob Snodgrass, who we actually had on our.
Snodgrass.
Bob.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop.
Of course.
Yeah.
Stevens.
Steven?
Rick Steves? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Travel guru, yeah. He's awesome.
I've been on the board for like 25 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. We have Keith Stroup. We're just on the call. Original founder of Normal. Subcool.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Dub.
Yeah, man.
Rest in peace, brother.
Yeah. Peter Tosh.
Yeah. Legalize it.
Yeah.
Synthesize it. All right.
You want to go?
What's that?
Get it. Rob Van Dam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Video for this. We have it on our Cannabis Awards Instagram. Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, Governor Jesse.
Yeah. The Waldos.
The Waldos. We wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for the Waldos.
San Rafael High School.
Yeah. They invented 420. They invented
I know.
420.
Oh, okay.
The Louis Pasteur statue is where they hung out at.
Who's that? Oh, hey.
Why he has his mask? He doesn't want to get too close to me.
Okay.
420 with Bill for 10 years now, and Bill's now an icon in Colorado.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Bill. Congratulations.
Bill, aloha.
Hello.
Out with us. Say a couple
Watching the
things.
dog.
Yeah, helping with the dog. I needed some babysitter here. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, we're essential now. That's fantastic.
Yes.
You're essential.
We're essential.
You're always essential.
Been essential.
Yeah.
We're essential. We're gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mainstream to essential.
Yeah, which is really cool. And so congratulations on becoming an icon.
Thank you.
You got it.
Peace pot politics.
That's great.
Care, don't share care.
Yeah.
So April, we have to finish the list. Sorry, we're going to get to you in a second. Who are we up to on the list? We got 3 more names, right?
Montel Williams.
Right on.
Ricky Williams.
Right on.
Yeah. I saw like a meme of him the other day, and it showed a guy above him, and it said the highest paid running back in highest running back in NFL history, which was definitely true. So, and then Don Wirtschafter.
Yeah.
Donnie.
Donnie.
Amazing activist, advocate, and museum owner.
Been there for a long time, man.
Yeah. It's pretty
Awesome. Well,
Fighting in the trenches for decades.
That's it. That's our 100 list, everybody. That's
Wow.
Right. Yes.
That was an impressive list.
Thank you,
Big time.
Bobby.
Good job, guys.
all right.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you for putting this together.
Who's off the list?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, pretty comprehensive.
You guys did a great job.
Yeah, I want to tell you guys, thank you very much. We really appreciate you guys.
So, hey, yeah, feel free. We're not stopping. We finished the list, but we're going to hang out. So if you want to hang out longer, please do. I got April coming up next. She's going to be giving away some stuff. And we still have some of, do we still have bongs to give away? I think we still have 2 more bongs.
Custom.
Yeah, we have 2 more bongs to give away. April, let's go to you.
Go to me, okay.
I'm
So
gonna
how are you?
promote you. I'm gonna
Wait.
promote you.
How have you guys been giving away things?
Trivia.
Trivia questions.
Trivia. Come up with a trivia question. It's your job to come up with a trivia question. Go ahead.
Like a scavenger hunt kind of thing, and people can like, I'll pick a picture on my Instagram, and like the third person to comment on that picture wins. Is that not cool?
I'm not sure how that would work.
For people commenting, how many people are on? I'll come up with the trivia question.
There you go.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Now that I'm on the spot and I know all kinds of cool fun facts, but I'm
We all
high.
went through this today.
I'm on the spot.
Okay,
All right.
breathe. You got this.
You're with family. You're with family. Don't worry. You got this. You got this.
All right. What flower was also used as the currency?
Whoa.
Also uses currency.
Cannabis 100.
Weed.
Say bulb, and it was used as currency.
Tulips, right?
What? So you win, or how's this work? Who wins?
Yeah, we're not supposed to be answering, Rick. It's for the viewers to win something.
I tell you, I'm so impressed that I am.
All right.
Talking about.
That was a good one. Now I got to come up
It
with
was great. It was great.
All right. So what was the name of the first coffee shop that opened in Amsterdam?
Well, don't you want to know what you win?
What? Yeah, April, you got to show us what you're giving away.
There you go.
Man, you have me join on late. Okay, and what you guys
We're all really high.
I've been smoking weed for 3 hours.
pocket pot kit. So we have this lovely pocket pot kit right here.
Sure,
and this is the bubbler version. And so instead of taking it all out, I have this nifty card, and I will show you. In this kit, you get this bag, which is carbon lined. You get a grinder, which comes in a case so it doesn't knock into your bubbler and break it. You have a roller, a pack of papers, a dab mat, a little thing of dab tools. You have some more papers, and that's all you get.
So basically, it's an all-in-one connoisseur consumption kit.
And a jar, and a little bamboo jar. And it all comes in this kit. So this is what you're playing for. So that's question number one.
That's a nice gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a nice gift. All right. So what's our next trivia question?
How is the person? What answer is going to win? What right answer? The first, the third,
Seventh.
Seventh. Okay, so the seventh person to answer this question correctly will win a pocket pot kit. So the question is, what was the name of the first coffee shop that ever opened in Amsterdam? And no one in this room needs to.
Zip it.
I'm
under control.
Leave us an answer in the comments, everybody.
Everyone in the room, shut the fuck up.
SPFU.
I've heard that before.
All right, the answers are coming in.
Stay the fuck home and shut the fuck up.
It's not Friday.
Yeah.
Funny. It's every day.
All right.
All right. So far we've only gotten one answer, and it's correct. So I say we just give it to the
winner.
Give it to that person. So congratulations to Brianna Headley. Brianna Headley just won herself a Pocket Pot kit. Thank you for playing.
Congratulations.
And you know what? There's another gentleman who's also this is kind of a trick question. There's kind of two right answers. The Bulldog they're both considered the first coffee shops in Amsterdam by different people. So this other gentleman said the Bulldog, and I think he deserves a Pocket Pocket too. We should just give them both a Pocket Pocket because those are both correct answers. That was a good trick question.
We'll give him a Cannabis Talk 101 T-shirt and a Pop Brothers at Law hat.
Got to get more tools for the trade, guys. All right. Well, then that's how we'll do it.
I got a question. Are we doing any more questions?
I don't know, Bobby. Are we doing any more?
You got a trivia question? Sure. Do you want to give away another?
Well, what I can give away, what we're calling the silent pre-roll. It's a hemp CBD pre-roll grown in a hemp farm out of Tennessee, and it's the hashtag STFU pre-roll.
Okay.
So
what's your trivia question?
The trivia question is, what year was Prop 215 enacted in California?
I know.
Wow.
The room has to shut the fuck up. Don't play.
I know.
I'm chomping at the bit, but yeah.
The winners are happy. They're expressing their excitement.
Oh, then winners. Cool. Well, then follow Pocket and follow Higher Way Travel. I guarantee you won't be sorry.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, yeah. So.
Yeah, Rick, I'll put people in Rick,
yeah.
I'll put people in a bubble of light. True story.
All right, we have some answers coming in for your trivia question.
That bubble, my dear.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Well, first of all, which answer do you guys want to pick? The first right answer, the third, the fifth? What do you want?
Fourth. 420.
There it is. 4.
So we have the most people are answering 1996, and we have one person answering 1997.
1996.
Okay, so the fourth person. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Brianna Headley again. She's
what?
Oh boy, should we make it? I don't know. Maybe we need to place a limitation on this. It's like we're quarantined and we're rationing. We're rationing toilet paper and we're rationing prizes.
I think Brianna's luck is holding, and we shouldn't get in the way of that. Roll them down.
I think we should give all 4.
Well, that's pretty interesting.
Oh, Diana Anglade actually was she's the one who said, she repeated it over and over and over again before Brianna did, so she should probably get it. Sorry, Brianna, but you got a prize already. We want to give this to someone else. So the prize is going to be going to Diana Anglade.
Nice. Congratulations, Diana.
Congratulations.
And so, any other giveaways?
We're gonna.
We got the bongs, Jason. Yeah, Jason. Let's take it to you.
He has his own trivia question.
What do you want to do to give away the last 2 bongs?
I'd like to ask the question: does anybody know the town that Bob Snodgrass lives in?
It's a good one.
And I want to choose the number 3rd right answer.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see how many comments roll in.
No, not sure.
In the meantime,
There's a cool place.
Hmm? Well, what can I tell you?
I can't see the
I'm gonna play another video for you guys.
Kenny, do you
Done.
down below?
Yes.
Doug just joined our conversation.
Who did?
Doug Benson.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
Oh, he's got a turkey bag.
Hey,
How are you, Doug? Thanks for
good.
tuning in.
Happy 420, everybody.
420.
Doug.
420.
Hope everybody's doing well.
We are. We've had
day.
Yeah, we're having a great day. We've had some amazing guests on before. We had Keith Stroup from Normal. We had John Sinclair. We had Mila, the Hash Queen. We had a lot of really big fun guests. Rick Cusick is still here, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Danny Danko, who I'm sure you know. So what have you been up to, Doug? I know you've been doing a lot of podcasting, probably a lot of weed smoking. What have you been up to?
Yeah, it's just been, just stay at home. I miss smoking weed outside, and I miss going out and doing my shows, but I'm doing them all from home. So I'm the last to complain, because people are really out there putting their lives on the line every day, and I appreciate that very much, and I hope they have all the weed that they need.
Yeah. Doug, you've always been a big supporter, obviously, of weed, but also when I was at High Times, I remember you always came to all the events we put on in Texas every year, which were so much fun. The doobie parties, those were great, man.
Yeah, those were so cool.
We were like the only party at South by Southwest where we were just like openly blazing and filling the place with smoke, and there was no police, no anything. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah, that was something I look forward to every year. Those were super fun.
And getting to hang out with Tony Clifton wasn't bad either, right? That was some fun shit. Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, so I'll give away something. I got a trivia question for a free giveaway. We'll give.
All right, shoot.
So, what year did Up in Smokes come out? By Cheech.
Okay.
Good.
Ooh, man.
I know. I think I know.
How many people are going through their Google search right now?
Yeah.
Whoever's fastest is going to win on the feed, right? Which number?
Okay, so
first person wins.
We'll get
76.
Yep.
What'd you say?
No, it's not right.
76.
No.
76 is the number you're looking for?
No, it's 78 is the number.
No, you're not supposed to say it in the room. Remember, we're supposed to shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
in the room.
It's not just me.
Guys, this is why we want you here, to tell people to shut the fuck up.
We're not giving guests to each other. We're not giving prizes to each other, are we? I mean,
you guys, I'm just going to make you guys the bouncers from now on. So whenever someone starts to say something, you just say, hey, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
But,
that's our mantra anyway.
We have some answers for your question, Jason, about Snotty's hometown. So we have guesses are Portland, Eugene. Hold on.
It's Eugene.
Yeah.
Portland, Eugene, and Eugene. So, all right, there's a bunch of Eugenes. What'd you say? Which number did you want?
Number 3.
Winner is
1, 2, 3. William Reedon.
Billy Reedon.
Number 3.
Smoking weed in.
All right. So congratulations, William. You're going to be getting a cool-ass Jerome Baker bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have one more to do, right, Jason?
One more.
One more.
So I'm going to ask my question, and we'll take the third right answer again. I put something into my glass, which I was taught by Bob Snodgrass, which is the magic of all this glass blowing, which makes the pipe seem to change color the more you use it.
Yeah.
I fume a certain metal into the pipe. Does anybody know what metal that is?
And which answer did you say? The third?
And good stoners must know this answer. The third right answer.
All right.
And
Let's see what pops up.
Must STFU.
All right, we got answer number 1 is silver.
That's correct.
Number 2 is silver.
No figure.
And Chelsea Flores was the third one to get it in.
Chelsea.
That's because we just told it to her.
Chelsea Flores. So congratulations, you are going to win a Jerome Baker Bong.
And it's not only just the Jerome Baker Bong. Bobby, you guys have commissioned me to make some of the most incredible, cool little pieces for this particular giveaway. And we're having a good time. The crew's in the shop right now, listening to this live, making the pieces.
Wow.
And, they're in
I
Vegas.
wish we could go to them live and see it and see them working on it.
Yeah, as we get this tech down, it's going to be absolutely. Come on. But anyway,
Awesome.
The pieces are custom made for you guys, and we're really honored to be part of this whole scene and your whole crew. And couldn't thank you more, man. I'm blessed to be a part of this whole thing, and I couldn't imagine at this point in time that we're going to get legalization. And I really think that we're super close now. And I think if all of us combine forces and be positive, I think we can get this thing over the hoop, and we're all gonna shine after that. So thank you guys.
Right on, brother.
Well said, Jerome.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Man, Jay.
And you're an OG.
I got a giveaway for you guys.
We got one too.
All right. I got a digital copy of the Emperor and a printed copy.
Yeah.
For the answer.
All right.
To this question.
All right.
Which California beach city did Jack Herr educate the community and tourists alike for more than 25 years, and also is the place where his mural is on the corner of Pacific and Market?
Nice. Good question. I like this.
Awesome. So we're looking for the name of a city, right?
Yeah.
The beach city.
I'm gonna wait till a few roll in before I say it, because I don't want to know the right answer yet.
Huh. Do you know the answer?
I know the answer.
I know the answer, yeah.
Rick, April.
Don't forget the rule of the room.
Yeah, don't forget the
And
rule.
is it number 3 again? Is it number 3 again? Jason.
Well, since we don't have time to wait for 420, so let's just let's go back. Let's go to 4.
All right. All right. The answers are pouring in, and here we go. We got 1, 2, 3.
My guess is 1978.
Pouring in. I can't do it fast enough. Holy cow! 1, 2, 3, 4. Nick Bradley.
Nick Bradley.
Nick Bradley is the fourth.
And the answer is?
Congratulations.
What was the answer?
The answer.
Venice.
Venice.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Just because you knew the answer. Just because you knew the answer.
I knew the answer, and all the answers that were coming up were the same. Like everyone got it right, because we all know that's just how well we all know about your dad. So you know what I mean? I guess so. But that's awesome, man.
Gotta
Sorry.
love fucking educated people.
That's right. I'm super high, and I'm super happy to have you here. And yeah, man, this is fun. We got to do this again. Do we have anything else to give away? Are we done with the giveaways?
Make sure I get their email address so I can have it sent to them.
Yeah, everybody who we called out today in the broadcast who won, please shoot us a DM and give us your information so we can get those prizes out to you.
Thank you so much.
And yeah, I mean that's gonna about
I could do one more. I could do one more hemp CBD pre-roll.
Why not? Go for it. Yeah.
So
Big
that means I have to do a trivia question.
Yeah.
Good question, Mark.
Unless somebody's got something off the top of their head. You know, I heard Doug's really good off the top of his
I
head.
have a good one.
Oh, okay.
No, I'll let Doug go. Doug, if you're still
No,
there.
you do it. You do it.
All right.
He,
What mail service only lasted for 1 year?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's very famous, but it only lasted for 1 year.
Mail service?
Yeah, it was a mail service that America had once upon a time, and ironically enough, it only lasted for 1 year. What was it?
Like a mail service?
Wait, so if we're giving this, all right, if we're giving this away, we don't want to say the answer, right?
No, don't say that. Shut the fuck up.
Thank you. Shut the fuck up. Everybody shut the fuck up.
That's the rule.
Don't make me mute you. I'll mute you. There, you're muted. Jason, you're in the mute jail. You're in the mute jail. That's it.
That's it, dude. You're done.
Mute jail.
I am God here, and I can mute any of you at any time.
You got to stand up.
So I know the answer. You know the answer, Bobby.
All right. So,
it's 1978.
Which are we picking? Just the first answer, or?
Yeah. Someone got an answer?
Yes, we've got 3 correct answers so far. 4 correct answers, but let's go with the first one, which is Heidi Hanford.
And what was the answer?
It was the Pony Express.
Correct.
Pony Express.
Yes.
Yes.
Very famous. It only lasted for 1 year. Isn't that so weird?
Yeah, I thought it was longer than that.
Somebody should make a long, boring movie about it.
Yeah, with Kevin Costner. All right, Jason, you're out of mute jail. You're out of mute jail. Don't let it happen again. No.
I'm proud to be in mute jail. I just want you to know that.
Hey, guys, I just want to tell you one more time, thank you guys so much. I'm going to get out of here.
All right.
You guys are awesome. Keep up the good work. And again, to all of you guys, I really appreciate you guys. Anything you ever need from us, just reach out and we're there for you. Peace out, man. Happy 420, guys.
Happy 420.
Many blessings.
Hey, we got to give away if you're still willing.
All right. I'm about to do something crazy. I'm about to release the login info for this chat to the public. Who are watching the feed.
Guys,
and we don't have to let them all in, but let's see who we can get in here.
I love you all. I'm going to cut out too.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Take care, Jason. Nice doing this. It's fun.
Aloha, guys.
No.
Thank you.
I just scared everybody away.
Yeah.
It's all good, man. I don't have to do that.
No,
Just
do
stop.
it.
Stop
You can't
doing
invite
that.
everybody in during a pandemic.
It'll crash.
No,
Doug, I want you to stick around for a few more minutes, man. I didn't get to talk to you enough.
All right. I got to get going anyway, but
All right.
you have something else you want me to do?
No, I just like having you around, man. I was hoping you'd be funny. Be more funny. Like, keep being funny.
Well, that's what I tried to do. I
love
tried
you.
to get out on that big laugh I got about a minute and
I
a
just
half
want you to
ago.
be you is what I'm saying. That's all, man.
Oh.
I love you.
No, I had a great time. Thank you for having me. Thank you for honoring me with all these amazing people that you named. It's crazy. I can't believe it. And really made.
Well, let's make sure we get your information so we can mail you the certificate, okay? Are you still there?
Now you died. Well, yeah.
Bobby, Chloe, I gotta go. I gotta get back to work.
Damn.
All right. Thanks for coming.
There you all have a great evening. Thank you for an amazing broadcast. Great job.
You. Many
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for being an essential worker.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Dan Hare,
Who would
everybody.
have ever thought?
Yeah,
I know, right? Yes.
it's amazing. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna slick out pretty soon myself. You know, it's almost 8:30 here, and I haven't had lunch yet. So I'm
All
sorry.
right. All right, Rick. Well, you were in here for the long haul. We appreciate that. You really stuck it
Yeah,
out.
I thought I was sticking around, but I had nothing better to do. So what the hell? No, me and my dog have been sitting in this room for literally 5 weeks. So this is as much conversation I've had in all that time.
That's great. Yeah.
Oh, you're no kidding. See my
Great
dog?
that you got to have this time with us. Yeah.
Well, you know, it would be right if I didn't introduce you to the dog before we go.
Yeah.
It's been my roommate for 5 weeks now. Just me and him in this nice little room. So the world intrudes. Listen, it's been my honor. It's been my privilege being here. Thank you very much, and thanks for honoring me. And wow, we should do this again. That was a stellar lineup you guys put together. I mean, just one after the other. I couldn't believe it. That's why I stayed.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. That's high praise.
Yeah, well,
coming from someone as high as you.
Yeah, and higher than I was when I started off. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.
All right, love you, man.
Yep.
Got him.
Bye, Chloe.
Bye, Rick.
Bye, Rick.
You.
Bye, April.
All right, guys. Well, we got Nick Bradley coming in. I opened it up to the public a little bit. So let's see who we bring in here.
The public.
Nick Bradley, this is quote unquote literally the most boring 420, the worst 420 ever. The worst 420 ever.
Nick, are you there?
He's muted.
All right, I unmuted you.
How's it going?
It's going good. Are you at the gray area? No, you're at a gray area.
I'm at work. It looks like I'm at the gray area.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Essential. This is not the worst 420 ever.
It is definitely the worst 420 ever.
Weirdest. It's the weird.
About positive things right now. Let's keep it good.
It's still 420, no matter
It
what
is.
you do.
It is still 420.
And we're still
We're all gonna get high tonight. We're all gonna.
I think this is fun.
I think that this has been a blast, man. I may be a different kind of 420, but it's a memorable 420, and it's a well spent 420. That's what I'll say.
Have you been busy today at work?
You know, we just did a drive around, and it's by far the slowest 420 I've seen in the industry. We just launched Ease out of our dispensary about a week ago, and they have been crushing. So it looks like it's turned to a delivery-filled 420 festival, I guess.
Because everyone's watching streams.
Yep.
Stay safe.
So what are you guys all smoking on today?
We're smoking on Dance Party over here.
Dance party? What the hell? I want that.
Yeah, you want that? Happy to send some your way next time I see you.
It was a hybrid?
No, it's a salad that my son made. So we were doing a bunch of trimming and we set it on the porch, and our 2-year-old got out and ran on it, took one loop right across it, and I was like, no! So everything that we cleaned up, we put in here. It's Dance Party 2019. And
Nice.
it's an awesome little CBD.
Oh, you guys just...
I'm smoking some premium imported Moroccan hash.
Well, that looks beautiful.
And then I got to get the background out of there because that's messing it up. Hold on.
You like my background of all these books, these magnificent books?
Here, so. Yeah, nice chunk of Moroccan. And then I got a little gooey stuff too.
Oh, that looks nice.
This is from the Dolphins.
Dolphins! I love that.
I've been heavy on the old school shit lately, so.
Unfortunately, I work in the legal market, so I can't show you any weed that's not completely sealed.
I'm more of a traditional guy. I prefer the traditional market.
This is actually, let me see if I can flip this around.
Flip it round, flip it, G. Hi,
There we
sweetie.
go. So this is from Cam. They're an artisanal cannabis provider. They're an all-female based company. All-female growers, all-female management team. Some really nice stuff.
If you held it up close up like you did and Chloe went up close like this, she would look like she was smelling that.
And I wish you guys could smell this. It is one of the best representations of OG Kush I've smelt in a really long time.
My favorite.
So shout out to the girls over at Cam. You guys are crushing it.
Right on.
Hey, so I got a little something to give away.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Yeah, this here is a pipe that we had made up, and it's for a blunt, right? You put a blunt right in here, and then
hold on. Let me make you big. Hold on. Boom. Go for it.
All right, cool. So this is a little chillum that we had made for blunts, right? So let's say you're standing around, you're hanging out in a group, like if we get to do that again. You joint, right? You're not gonna put it in your mouth, put it in your little chillum. Now this is actually made and blown with 24 karat gold. And we had these specially made for a raffle that we're doing for our deaf community and for the language development. And this would be a cool place to be able to raffle something like that off. Is this open to everyone that's been watching it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyone who's been watching, sure.
Cool. Are they able to send videos?
I guess if they want, they could post videos in the comments, right?
Okay.
Why not?
A certain hashtag.
Okay, that'll work. Earlier in the show when we first came on, you asked us some sign language to show, right?
Yeah.
What was the sign for sativa that we showed?
Thing so bad. I should be able to take this one, Bobby, on GP.
Yeah.
But I know I can never get anything because it's always my freaking show. But you know, one day, this thing is cool. This is a cool gift.
Yeah.
Well, it's something that, you know, if you break it, it hasn't really lost its value, which is kind of rare with pipes. I mean, 24 karat gold blown into it, that's pretty damn cool. And like he was saying earlier, you have to use the silver to get it to attach. So this is a gift that I'll keep on giving.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
I want the first person that remembers what the sign for sativa is.
All right, guys. So you got to post videos on the comment section.
And if you guys are interested in getting in on a raffle, check us out on Facebook, Homegrown ORX on Instagram. Check it out. Same on Facebook.
That's amazing.
Homegrown ORX. Get in for the raffle. Yeah.
Cool.
This, Bobby, is this your friend? I mean, this guy has the coolest mask I've ever seen.
Who?
Hey, so I wanted to ask you guys.
Oh, Nick Bradley, yeah.
This right here, this American Sign Language dictionary I've had for a while.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the sign for happy in it. I was looking it up for happy so I can say happy 420.
Happy.
Yeah, what's happy?
Happy.
Oh, happy.
It's like you're laughing. Like your chest bouncing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that?
Can you believe it's not in here?
It says uplifting.
Yeah, it's like, that's cool.
Well, in sign language, it evolves. Over time. So,
Well,
like,
I don't see any videos coming up. I don't know if people are able to or not, but
I mean,
we'll
this is
see.
it's like the
They should
1994.
be able to, right?
This is 1994 edition, so I've been in, had that for a long time. And
Maybe that's too hard, or maybe they just tuned in,
Maybe. I have to think of a good question. But if you guys go onto the Homegrown Organics on Instagram, we're doing that raffle. And to get you in for one ticket, it's $5, or you get 5 for 20. And if you share it, you get an extra entry. So this helps us with our language development and the we're doing a documentary.
Share.
It's like balance.
I see it. Okay. Oh, share. Like it looks like a fish on top.
Yeah. It does kind of look like a fish.
Sharing. You see how so much.
She says it's back and forth.
It makes so much sense. All the signs.
I know the whole alphabet in sign language.
Me too.
I could do like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I could do the whole alphabet, but that's like the most I know. But I love it. I think it's such a beautiful language.
Yeah. Good to know the alphabet, though, because you never know when you're being in an emergency situation, and at least you can communicate in some form. Because you might not always have a pen and pencil or your phone or whatever. Whatever.
Good.
Yeah.
I thought it was really valuable. I'd met my wife when she was 16, and we were at a church group, and I couldn't talk to her, and I always remembered that. And we met a few times after that. But when I went to college, I studied to be a paramedic, and I decided to take sign language after meeting my wife because I realized that deaf people needed it. And it's been such an amazing experience. Being a paramedic and a firefighter, I was able to use sign language underwater or where you can't actually see each other or hear each other. It's just so many different scenarios. And you teach your kid a language at 6 months old. And if, let's say you go to the hospital and you can't talk, you can still communicate. You still have values. So language is number one. And that's why it's important for our deaf community to have this language.
Yeah, and when our community talks about inclusivity, like this is a really underlooked aspect, and so I think it's so cool. I was so stoked when I met you guys in December. Have you by chance been on your local news, like interpreting for your local community for this pandemic?
No, I haven't been doing that. I have a big responsibility here, raising 4 kids.
Oh my God.
Garden. So we bought 60 acres, and we've been, it was burnt off an old fire scar. So for the Taylor Creek fire that happened 3 years ago. So we entered a farm there. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to use hugelkultur to develop this land and this farm for our deaf community and do this video showing how you can do this all naturally. Yeah. And you can do it from home. It just takes an education. So this is a really great opportunity doing that. And this serves the greater good. I'm not a certified interpreter, but I do work with our deaf community, and that's always been number one. I have been on the news before interpreting, but I'm not a professional interpreter. I just work with our deaf team here, and I do my best and always try to learn something new.
Yeah, it seems like the interpreters that have been on in our community, and a lot make some really weird faces, like guitarists and bassists when they're making faces, and they're like full on interpreting and just going with it. The news, they're like seriously into it.
Well, what we have seen is that a lot of news that's happening when they're speaking, there are interpreters, at least more than I've seen before.
Oh, so much more. So much more. Yeah, because people have been commenting on it on social
She
media.
says they're starting to do more. So having interpreters off to the side, and it helps us interpret what reality is. Reality? Yeah.
What's reality? Just sign reality?
How do you...
Two alphabets for reality, or was it signed for it?
I don't know. She says truth, reality, like real.
Here's you guys.
It's. She says for a specific word that she's looking for, she spells it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice background, by the way.
Dang, that's the intro of our Canthropology show that we're going to be doing.
Where's this? Where was this, Chloe? That's Hawaii?
This is our logo.
Hey, Bobby, did you see this picture of Jack that I had made?
No, let me zoom in on you. Hold on.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. That's cool.
Whip it around, actually.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pretty sick. Kind of fitting that I won a copy of this book here.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Check this out.
Anyway, I got to get going, guys.
All right.
I really enjoyed your program today, and hopefully we'll get together and be able to share some cannabis in the near future. So.
Yeah, man.
Have a great rest of your 420, everybody.
You too. Thanks for coming in. All right, Chloe. I can't hear you, Chloe.
Angela had something else to show us real quick.
Yeah, sure. Go.
She was also showing. Show them again. This is what my wife got me for our anniversary gift. Is an Emperor Wears No Clothes, autographed by Jack and his other son. So I got to still get it signed by Dan.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's old school, man.
That's right. Mark. I actually sent the picture to Dan. I was like, who is that? Whose signature is that? And he's like, oh, that's my brother Mark's. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. So it's a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about one more question for the pipe?
Let me see that pipe.
That's
a chill.
nice. Yeah, that's cool.
How do you sign cannabis? Do you guys remember?
Well, I don't think the videos are working. People are saying we can't upload.
Yeah! April's the winner!
I don't really need that.
Thank you, honey. That's good. That's cannabis. About
Right over
love,
your
passion.
Yeah, I was like heart over your heart too.
Mm-hmm. And
cool.
That's our language.
All right. Well, I sent the invite out to people on the Facebook page to come on in if they wanted to, but we're not really getting any takers. So,
Yeah, people are passing out.
I think I'm tired. So.
Yeah, I'm tired too, man. So
I'm ready to be done.
Yeah, I think we've definitely driven the wheels off of this puppy. This has been a blast. Let me go back to gallery view.
She says, "Thank you guys for having us."
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Like I said, you aren't on the list, but we loved having you here, and you'll probably be on the next list down the road. I promise. You guys are doing. All right, thank you guys, and thanks for everyone out there who watched and commented. I hope you guys all had a great time. this was a little more freewheeling than we anticipated. You know, the best laid plans, as they say. We had this regimented structure that Chloe and I had worked hard to like build up, and in the end, it just ended up becoming an organic thing that it was always going to be. You know, so despite the little snafus in the beginning and whatnot, I would count this as an extremely successful event, and just being in the room with all these cannabis icons and talking and listening and smoking with everyone was just an amazing experience. It's a 420 I will never forget. So thank you, Chloe, for working with us to make this reality. Only your company could have pulled this together in the way that you did.
Thanks, Bobby. Happy 420. I appreciate
Happy 420. Thank you guys for coming. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, honey, for your giveaways and for putting up with my insanity today. I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off for 2 days, like, stay out of my way, don't talk to me. So now I get to sit down and have a smoke with my wife and enjoy that. So you guys enjoy, do the same thing with your loved ones, with your family, your pets, whoever you happen to have with you in your house. This is a crazy quarantine 420. But I think we made the most of it. So go now and be with your other ones and have a smoke and relax and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you, everybody. World of Cannabis, Cannabis Business Awards. We are history.